Good evening, football fans. Welcome to Seaholm High School for our rivalry showdown between our two Birmingham area schools. The Seaholm Maples playing host to the Groves Falcons. Welcome inside the booth. I am Nick Buckler, joined by Andy Aubrey. As always, Andy is down on the field getting ready to talk to our coaches. But first, we'll talk a little bit about the Groves Falcons coming into this game at 5-3, 3-1 in league play, bringing a 55th rated ranking into tonight's broadcast, and they are red hot right now, winners of their last three in really impressive fashion last week, defeating Avondale 42-14, and really that was one of their closer games in the last three. So after a little bit of a feeling out process to start the year, really playing good football at the coming into this one that could have playoff implications. And the aforementioned Andy Aubrey is down on the field with Groves head coach Brendan. Andy?
All right, Nick, thank you very much. I'm down here with Groves head coach Brendan Flaherty. Brendan, true or false, you don't care who wins as long as the players have fun.
The fun part is good, but, you know, we always talk about it's a lot of fun winning. It's a lot more fun winning than losing.
More fun than winning and losing every single time. Let's talk about the product on the field this year. You guys are 5-3, just like them. Sum up the season for us so far.
I think for us, we stumbled early, trying to grow and learn, playing a lot of new guys and battling through some injuries. So it was like kind of a learning process for us. Got a little bit better each week and growing and getting older and stuff. So I think we progressed to it. But, I'm pleased where we're at, progressing.
Talk about a couple of your team leaders who've kind of been showing the way for the Groves Falcons this year.
Yeah, Mattia Andriano is a 3-year starter for us. Him and Josh Hammonds, those guys are anchoring the O-line, and Josh the tight end and DN. So those are the guys for us. Riley Amersbacher is also a 3-year starter for us. So those guys are doing the dirty work. And the Carter Lackey is just a dude for us. He wears number 1 for us, and he's voted number 1 as kind of like that best teammate on the team. And he does everything that's got to get done. Dominic Taylor's another 3-year starter for us, too.
Okay. Well, we're going to look for all of them. We can't wait for this game. I mean, it's the rivalry. You can't get up for this one. You can't get up for a game, right?
100%. This is the easy one. I don't have to say anything. These guys are motivated and they're ready to go. And I think it's just, the challenge for us is just channeling that energy and not, don't let the emotions play us. Let us play into our emotions. So celebrate with your teammates, that type of stuff.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you. It's going to be a great game. It always is. And we'll wrap it up with Coach Flaherty for right now. Be back with Coach DeWalt in just a minute.
All right. Thank you, Andy and Coach Flaherty. Shifting our coverage now to the Seaholm Maples, bringing an identical 5-3 record into this one, 4-2 in league play. Don't have as many playoff points based on strength of schedule, but they really got off to a hot start, a 4-0 start to be exact here early on in this year, but then they've kind of struggled, losing 3 of their last 4. But this is a rivalry game, as I like to say. Anything can happen, and they're going to be geared up for this one on their home field. Andy Aubrey is joined by their head coach, Jim DeWald. Andy?
All right, Nick, thanks again. We're here now with Seaholm head coach Jim DeWald. Jim, I see you in stores all over Birmingham. You don't travel with bodyguards either. I'm amazed. The real man of the people, this guy. We are here. This is the game, dude. How you feeling? How's your team feel?
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. It's a beautiful night. It's a fall night. It's got 2 5-3 teams battling. It's a big rivalry game. It's the game that you can walk the streets. You have to walk the alleys. If you win, you can walk the streets. If you lose, you got to walk the alleys. You know what I mean? So that's one of those games. We got to go out and play.
And like Brandon said, you don't have to say anything. These guys are up already for this.
No, we don't have to say much. I mean, my pregame speech, I was all smiles and happy because there's no motivation. If you can't get motivated for this, you got to check your ticker. You know what I mean?
Right, no doubt. So give me a moment on some of your outstanding players so far this year with you.
Well, Casey Gass right now, number 21, is playing just outside of his body. He's doing on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Patrick Hughes, our quarterback, is doing a great job running our offense. I'm super proud of him. Offense line's getting off the ball, so I'm really, really pleased with where we are. We need to, last couple of weeks we haven't been executing as well as we should be, but I'm looking forward to tonight executing.
Well, we can't wait. It's going to be awesome and great atmosphere. You're at home. You got the crowd behind you. And the rivalry game, this is it. This is the game, right?
This is the game. May the best man win, and hopefully that's us for tonight.
We'll find out in a moment. All right. We're going to wrap it up from down here with Coach DeWald. Thanks for your time. But don't you go away because this one's going to kick off in just a moment.
At Bloomfield Community Television, we believe that every community has a unique story to tell. A story of its people, its vision, and its future. Our mission? To help you tell it.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Birmingham Seaholm High School. I'm Brad.
Difference. A zoom lens allows you to take and
now, here's Franklin.
Welcome back to Seaholm High School, getting set here for kickoff as the Groves Falcons will receive the opening kickoff of the game. The home Maples won the toss and deferred their option to the second half, so they will boot it away and put that defense on the field first. Couple of 5-3 teams getting ready to go at it. Andy, you got to chat with our coaches, as we already heard. What was the vibe like down there?
Well, you know, Nick, I tell you, this is Flaherty's 25th year, by the way, which I wanted to address during the interview, but impressive background. This gentleman has got a lot of years behind him, and Seaholm, well, they're home, and this is a big game, so like both said, can't get up for this one, you can't get up for a game.
That's right. And it is senior night here for the Maples, their last chance to do it on the home turf. So a lot of emotion goes into this game. Every year we see it, you know, the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it for 4 years. And, I mean, even beyond that, because you play, you know, juniors and all the way up through middle school. And now here, this could be the last game.
Last game that they ever played.
At least
There's
at
only
home.
A very small handful would go on to college here.
Yep.
So if anything came to light, though, it's just how loose these coaches were compared to when I started interviewing them 15, 20 years ago. They were uptight, man. They were really serious. Oof, got a big run to start this one.
Yeah,
for Groves.
quarterback draw there goes for 20 yards, and that is a QB keeper for Lavelle Shannon, the quarterback for the Groves Falcons, and that's what we see a lot from him as he gets the play now, as they're going to set something up here, and that was exactly, I believe, a gain of 20 as the opening kickoff resulted in a touchback. So now they'll scrimmage from the 40-yard line. The ball isn't on the field, so they're trying to figure out where they're supposed. The offensive line went up, and the ball wasn't there, and they're looking around.
They need a ball.
Yeah,
yep,
so,
you got to have one.
Yeah,
that's the rules.
The refs said we're going to take that one, so there was an official's timeout here as they figure that out and get that sorted away. But an impressive run there on a little quarterback keeper out of the shotgun. Run up the left side there for Shannon, and he scampers for 20.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of run plays tonight. I think that's safe for both sides. But
still no football.
Yeah, both these coaches just sort of lighthearted and smiling and joking. And there have been years now, more than a few years, these teams have been either undefeated or only one loss, and you can see a little more uptightedness, I guess. In their pregame preparations, but geez, tonight it was just laughing and joking and having a good time, and they were they've kind of mellowed in their advancing experience, shall we say.
All right, there's a ball spotted on the field. Officials still kind of waiting for the okay, and they blow the ready for play here. So it's 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 40. Little motion. They were in the offset eye. Now they're going to audible out into something else. 4 receivers, set man in motion coming to the right. Shannon out of the shotgun, running back to his right. Takes it, looks, he's going to throw that way out to the right side. And he's got running room ahead up the right side. He could go 40, 35, 30, and he's wrestled out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A very impressive run by Riley Ambrosmacher. What a run.
Nice. I mean, this is Groves. In 2 plays, they've put about 60 yards down in offense so far, and they've got Seaholm's defense back on their heels early here.
Yeah, that was a nice little screen there out to the right side, and they just, I think, caught the Maple defense, just shifted over to the left, and he had a bunch of running room. Did Armbrussmacher up there up the right side. Offset eye here, 1st and 10 from the 27. Handoff, left side. Got room, cuts inside. It looks like he's going to get about 6 yards.
Yeah, that play looked like it was going to shut down quickly, but instead he got a 6-yard gain out of it. And we're going to take another look, Nick, at that big run here that we had just a moment ago.
Unfortunately, we do not have a number 3 on our rosters here that we were provided, so apologies there. We'll do the best we can to sort that out, but that was a 6-yard carry on first down by the Falcons running back. 2nd down and 4 to go. Ball just outside the 20-yard line. Looks like there's a little jump by the Maples. They reset. This is going to be a handoff to Armbruster. He's going to cut back, spinning out of tackles and getting close to the first down inside the 20, but they're going to mark him about a half-yard short here, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down. You mentioned both teams 5-3 coming into this one. There is a little bit of playoff implications. 5-4 doesn't always guarantee a playoff berth. There's a lot of playoff points that go into it based on strength of schedule. I do think both teams have a good chance, though, based on the strength of schedule, but really this is an important win.
Yeah, Seaholm's in a little bit better position points-wise than Groves at the moment. Looks like they're going to get just enough for that first down.
Just enough. Bounce was Armbruster again there. He's been the workhorse thus far. But they're saying the ball is loose on the ground, and Maples are claiming they have the football. No sign yet from the officials, but the Maples are running off the field saying, we got the ball, and they do. Wow, there was a fumble in that pile, and Culpa's the one with the football for the Maples saying, that's ours, Rocco Culpa. I don't know if he knocked it out or he was just the beneficiary of scooping that one off the ground. But, yeah, it looked like this play was over, and all of a sudden all the Maples are running off pointing the other way. There had to be a little powwow, so a very unfortunate end to that drive as we'll see it here again. See if we can get a look. Yeah, that ball's out. You see it over here, and none of the Groves Falcons even knew. They were just getting up.
They had their back to it, and it looked like they thought the play was over. But
yeah, that ball definitely was out 100%. You could see it before the ball carrier was down. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here, possibly by Groves. Or an official timeout. I didn't get the official word there. We'll find out here. Yeah, they're going
to say Seaholm timeout.
Groves timeout. Seaholm timeout, indeed.
Huh. Yeah, it looks that way. They probably thought to themselves, wait a minute, we got to regroup.
Yeah, we got to settle
we got the ball? Hold on.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that.
But set something up here, yeah.
We're going to get to see Coach DeWald's Veer offense at work as we get to see every single year, and it works. It's effective. You know what's coming, and you can't stop it. It's just like Army. Yeah. It's just a well-oiled machine, and they can hit you with a bunch of different backs, a quarterback, a tight end, a receiver, a bunch of running backs. Everyone can run, and they do it well.
Yeah, and it helps to have a quarterback. We're going to find out in this game who can run it. He's the linchpin of this whole design usually.
Yeah, it's been Patrick Hughes, number 2, and that's who's going to start. Last year I know they had a couple quarterbacks they used, but it's going to be the senior Hughes, and he's going to hand it up the middle on an inside run. It's going to go nowhere. 2nd down and maybe 9 coming up. See who the give was to. I don't know. Getz is their main workhorse, number 21. Casey Getz, he's a senior. He's been around the block here for Seaholm, and he's been effective. We've called his number quite a bit. And we're also going to see number 4 in there as well, William Fedor. So there's a lot of options here.
Not to be confused with the option.
Well, the Veer option.
The Veer option.
We see that every play.
Yeah.
This is going to be a cuter quarterback keeper, rather, and he's just going to fall forward. They rumble ahead. They're going to give him probably 5 yards on that. A nice forward fall there for the senior number caller.
Yeah, he didn't get much until he started falling forward, and he actually made more on the fall forward than he did when he was on his feet.
Yeah, he did. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 22. So we'll see what the Maples can draw up here to try to convert their first 3rd down of the afternoon.
And this would be big for the Groves defense if they could stop them here, because it had to be demoralizing to lose that fumble when they were driving so successfully.
Yeah, they were looking real well on that opening drive. So to have that kind of nonchalant, we got, is this a flag? Nope, timeout
We're
again.
going to have delay a game, I think, unless
Nope.
they were able to get
Nope.
the timeout.
They're going to say it's another timeout for the Maples. So burning timeouts quickly here. Seaholm, you don't need those in the end of
First
the
half, plenty of time.
Yeah, he was nonchalant, you said, in his interview, his vibe. So he's just chilling. He's having a good time.
Oh,
It's
he's
like
laughing,
timeout,
slapping me on the back, and I mean, it was just a big old love fest down there on the field. He was urgent, and he wanted to get back to his team. Preparations were going on, but a kinder, gentler Coach DeWald and Flaherty at this stage of their careers, and they really do appreciate each other. They respect each other and work well, and it's all one big happy Birmingham at one point. Of course, this game is for blood.
My favorite question you asked was to Coach Flaherty. You opened with it. I think there was some motion there. That looked like a false start. We're not going to get it. And it's going to be a scamper around the outside all the way down the right sideline. Cutting inside and wrestled down inside the 30. That's Will Forberg, the junior. I didn't know who had the ball. I thought it was the so many misdirections, and I just see old number 7 scampering up the right side, gets it down to the 28-yard line, and is that a big gain? Oh my, look at that! It's the option.
A pitch.
It was.
Yep.
It was. Forberg gets it, and that is a nice, impressive run, and that goes for quite a bit. I'm doing math right now in my head, but it's a lot. I'd say that's about a 40-yard run.
40, at least 40, yep. Yeah, he turned on the Jets and went up that right side, and Seaholm's in business.
I thought there was a little bit of a jump on the left side of the line before that play, but it went undetected, and Maples will be happy that it did as we see a first down carry up just in between the tackle and the guard there on a quarterback keeper by Patrick Hughes, and they're going to say it's 2nd down and 5.
And it's a big crowd when they've got all kinds of folks in that end zone on that grass berm.
Well, they just want to see the scoring.
I guess so. They're hoping for it on this drive, and the play's coming right at them.
We got 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and a short back here. There's some motion. It's going to be a keeper to Hughes, and that's sniffed out. The ball comes out as well. Who got it? We're going to find out here shortly. Yes, it's a turnover, and the Groves Falcons get a fumble recovery of their own. That was a fumble there by the quarterback, Hughes. And Hammonds, number 44, on Groves is the one who blew up that play and forced the fumble.
Wow, what an answer.
That was just sniffed out by Hammonds. And watch him burst through the scene, number 44 on the right end. There he goes, just blows through the block, and that ball was already out. And then it was recovered there by number 6 of the Falcons.
That is it's a major turn of events. I mean, we've seen long drives end in futility here. And let's see if Groves can pick up where they left off on their offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they're going to start this drive from the 27-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to the left. There and another big, impressive run for 12 yards by, you guessed it, Riley Armbrussmacher. He has been running pretty well between him and Lavelle Shannon.
Yeah, he has the lead blocker, which helped a lot, and he cuts it inside, and he's able to make another 3 or 4 yards out of that. We got a player down at the moment for Groves. It's tough to catch the number. Looks like they're working with his ankle.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
But he is not feeling too good at the moment.
Getting back to the thought there of my favorite thing, and that is one of the guys that Coach Flaherty mentioned pregame, that he's a big piece to that team on the offensive line. That is Mattia Andriano. He is a crucial piece, the glue that holds that O-line together. So hopefully he is able to come back. But my favorite question you asked Coach Flaherty to lead off that interview, you just want both teams to have fun.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
And you're like, true or false?
Doesn't matter who wins.
Notice he didn't answer true or false. He just kind of.
Well, he didn't hit me, which I thought was a good start.
He's a well-oiled machine. He's definitely had some practice on how to handle really good media questions.
If you call me media.
You are.
But
Legend.
I've seen him do interviews on more mainstream outlets, the locals and so forth, and he's just smooth. Both these guys are. I mean, they're veterans of being the CEO of a football team, which requires getting in front of that camera and talking about your team, and they're both very, very smooth at that.
Armbruster was on the first down carry for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. Groves scrimmaging left to right across your screen. High snap handled by Shannon. He's going to sling it out to the right side. A little bit underthrown, but dropped there that time by number 2.
Yeah, we're looking at rosters that we pulled from online today that do not have numbers 1 through 6, and so we are kind of left wondering a little bit who's who out there in the small single numbers, but nonetheless, an incomplete pass, our second one of the game for Groves.
Bring up 3rd and long here. We'll see it again. It looked like this was a pretty tight spiral thrown out to the right side. He was coming back to the ball, and those are ones you just kind of got to have.
Yeah, you got to catch that ball. It was well thrown.
So we have 4 receivers, 1 in motion to the right. Trips right now. Single back to the left, out of the shotgun. Shannon looking. Now he's looking to scramble. Still looking to throw. There's a long pass down the right side. No flag down on the play. A little bit overthrown. And it's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 10, and we'll get the punt team on for the Falcons.
Yeah, a little bit of contact down there. Not enough for the referee to throw the yellow flag. So brings up 4th down, and we'll see our first punt of the game. Let's take a look at that throw.
I think it was a good no call. I think he just kind of was falling down backwards trying to catch that.
He's very fortunate. He kind of heaved it up, and it could have ended in disaster. But as it were, they're going to end up kicking the ball to roughly that same spot on the field.
5:29 to go, opening quarter. No score between Groves and Seaholm here from Seaholm High School in Birmingham, Michigan. Final regular season game between these two schools, and a fair catch called for and made at the 32-yard line. And that is where the Maples will start their second drive of the game. First one ended in a fumble after they were doing a bit of driving of their own. And then it looked like, somebody called Ghostbusters out there, and the ball was put on the turf.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on ball security on both sides to see if they can't maintain possession all the way into the end zone. That's the goal, but either way, it's been between the 20s so far.
Yeah, literally haven't gotten inside either team.
No red zone.
Nope. So Scott Hansen can stay quiet this weekend.
Yeah, right.
It's on the red zone. Inside give, and it's going to get bottled up for maybe a yard there. Oh, a little extracurricular activities going on as Kruger gets thrown around there. Looked like that was an inside give to Fedor. Got a yard, 2nd and 9. Veer offense is always good if you're protecting a lead. That clock will run with no questions asked as long as you keep it on the playing surface. Don't run out of bounds. Don't commit a penalty. Just play clean.
And don't fumble.
And don't fumble. That's a 101. We're going to see Hughes pitches this one out. And that's a nice little run. Cutting in between tackles there was Forberg, as he had the big carry that got them down inside the 30 on the last drive. He moves the chains there with a gain of 9.
Yeah, that's a big run there. And some good deception on this particular play. The fake handoff and then the pitch.
It's almost a blind pitch. He just kind of knew where the ball carrier was going to be, and Hughes just calmly flips it out to the left and lets his teammate grab it and do some work after the ball was in his hand. First down and 10, ball at the 42. A lot of backs out there. This is going to be a keeper for Hughes around the left side, scampering around before A gaggle of Falcons come swooping in, and not before a 5-yard gain on first down for the senior quarterback.
Now, is multiple Falcons known as a gaggle, or
No,
is
I
it
think
just
it's a
geese?
flock. Yeah, it's
The
a geese.
flock.
But, you got to keep it on your toes. You got to keep everyone locked in. They'd be like, wow, that guy's kind of dumb. He doesn't know that it's called a flock.
Well, I don't know that anyone would say that about you, Nick.
No, they've
Not
said
to your
worse.
face, at least.
No,
But
they say it behind their TV when they're tuned in to
Okay.
BACB Sports.
that's right.
2 receivers here, a couple of tight ends, and a single back. Hughes under center, 2nd down and 5. It's going to be a keeper and a pitch out to the left side, and this one's sniffed out by the Falcon defense. That was Getz on the carry. Looks like he lost a yard on that one. Looks like we have a little banged up Maple there, number 6. And he appears to be all right. He's sticking in there.
We'll see this play. It's shut down quickly. There was not a lot of running room. And it seems like you can only run the same play the same number of times so often before it's figured out. And
That's
there
a
it is
good,
again.
oh, that's a late. That's got to be a flag. No, roughing the passer on that. Wow, Hughes was flipped down and spun by his helmet right in front of the official after making that pitch. And they're saying play on, as that is going to be just short of a 3rd down, and it looks like the Maple offense is going to stay on the field here at 4th and less than a yard. Ball just on the other side of the 50 now. You got to go for this, I think, if you're the Maples.
Well, we're in Detroit,
Yeah, Dan
you know
Campbell
how the pro
phoned
team
down.
does it, yeah.
Exactly. He has changed the game for sure, even across the NFL, and it's trickled down here to the MHSAA.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right, here we go, 4th and 1. Bunch to the right, and they blow it up. He wasn't even able to move. They came busting through the line and sniffed that play out before it even had a chance. And that is an incredible play off the D-line by the Falcons, and they're going to get that football back.
Yeah, heck of a play. Coach DeWald is arguing they came across too soon. We'll see it here.
No.
They did not.
That
But
was just
somebody missed an
blown
assignment.
up by number 9 getting through there. Oh, and he's even got the swag.
He's got a little bit
going.
of shoulder shake going on.
I'm not gonna say I know the song and the TikTok dance, but I do. I'm kind of hip.
You are kind of hip.
Can't say it though.
Or is it kind of?
No,
Kinda.
Let's all right. 1st and 10 now here for the Falcons, and there's a solid gain on 1st down, gain of about 3 yards there.
And I have to wonder why the press box next to us keeps turning the light on and off.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's been nonstop.
I mean, literally every
Nope, it
minute
happened
or
again.
two, the light is going off and then on.
Maybe it's like signs going on. Maybe they're signaling to their team.
Uh-oh.
It could be like, because a lot of offensive coordinators in the NFL sit up in the press box.
Yeah.
If there's a headset malfunction, maybe they got to, Paul Revere, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
Think it's Connor Stallions over there?
I wasn't implying that.
Oh,
at all.
okay.
There's a run up to the right side by the Falcons. He's got some room. I don't quite think he made it to the sticks for the 1st down. The spot is about just a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Groves as they just break inside the 40-yard line. We'll see what they call here on an important 3rd down here. No score, just over a minute to play here in the opening quarter.
It's been evenly matched futility, I guess, to a point where there's been good ball movement, and then it's stopped.
Looks like there was a timeout before this. Yep, it looks like Groves called a timeout before the QB sneak, and now a flag comes on. Head ref throwing the flag almost towards Coach Flaherty.
Well, Flaherty was on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good 10, maybe
So
8 to 10 yards
maybe
off
it's
the
a
sideline.
warning here.
Might have been.
Try to take a listen here. Coach DeWald on the field now trying to figure out what's happening. Officials powwowing, mulling this one over. There was definitely a whistle before the ball was snapped, and it looked like Groves was going to pick up the 1st down with a QB sneak. And then they blow it dead, say timeout, and Coach Flaherty was on the field, and then the official just fires his flag like towards him. Now they're having a nice little combo, and we'll hear what he has to say, hopefully. So they said that there was 12 men on the field, so that was why the flag was thrown. But instead they're saying the timeout was granted, so Groves will use their first timeout.
Jim's not having it.
No, he's like, no, I counted them with my own hands, and then all of a sudden you throw the flag. And he's saying, you know, I'm sure nice things.
Yeah, oh, yes, this is all cordial, I'm sure.
Every time I point my finger, I'm saying, you know what? You're doing a great job. So nonetheless.
That's the universal sign for
yes.
attaboy, right?
Yep. Nonetheless, this will we'll have another third down in less than a yard, and we'll see if Groves can maybe pick that one up. But, yeah, they called the timeout there before the play, and they had 12 men on the field. So dodging a bullet there were the Falcons. That would have backed him up and made it 3rd and 6, which nobody wants that.
Not on the Grove side.
Much rather have a third down in less than a yard, so they'll try it again. And he's going to – oh, he got stuffed. It looked like he was going to get it easy, and a real nice stick on the D-line. And that spot looks to be short again there on the far side official based on where he's at. And this will bring up 4th and inches.
Yeah, he got stood up. We need that laser measurement
They're
device.
marking him about 6 inches short. It looks like Easy's going to get it, and then just a big hit there.
48.
Yeah, just put a lick on him there. So 4th down and inches. Big play here in this game. Here, 30 seconds to go, opening quarter. No score between these rival schools. Offset eye. Man in motion, and that's going to be a defense. That's going to be on the defense. Yeah, no. False start. Wow. I thought the defense drew it. But nonetheless, that'll bring up 4th and 6. False start on it was the right side of that line. I'm curious if we got a look at it. Watch right here. It's going to be 44 is going to get whistled for the call. But I think someone jumps in the neutral zone first.
Yeah.
Unless 79 flinched.
Too.
79 might have flinched first here. Let's take
He
a
had
gander.
a flinch. 44 actually moved.
Yeah,
so.
44 moved, and then that's what caused the defense to move. So, well, the officials are down there. I'm just up here with a TV screen.
Yeah. But we do have the benefit of the replay, and now Groves is going to have to punt.
Yeah, that is shooting yourself in the foot, so to speak. So those are self-inflicted wounds that you don't want to have. So they're going to boot this one away. And it is a high booming kick, going to bounce at the 15 and take a maple bounce back towards the 17. The official spot it down, well, at the 16. So 15 seconds to go, opening quarter. The Seaholm Maples will take over for their 3rd drive of the evening and hope they can get something going here. No score. And a very important end of the season game between these two rival schools. You know, while we have a moment, we can go over some recent results here. Groves is playing some good football right now. Winners of their last 3 and doing so in impressive fashion. I mean, kind of blowing teams out last week, blowing out Avondale 42-14, beating Stony Creek 29-12, beating Southfield A&T 43-22. As the Maples will get about 5 yards on first down. And this will bring us to the end of the first quarter where we can talk more about those recent results and head over to Seaholm and see how they've been doing. But we'll do that when we come back. No score. Grove Seaholm, 2nd quarter coming up next.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. 2nd quarter getting ready to get underway here. No score between Seaholm and Groves. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 to go here on the first play as we have a pitch out to the right side. And it is sniffed out, but we have a flag down on the play. So we will see what this flag is for there on an option out to the right side. Steve, can you take yourself out of our ears? So this is going to be a personal foul here against the defense on Grove. So we're going to slither on up 15 yards and get an automatic first down. So that's a crucial penalty here.
What did they do? Oh, he throws him down. Yeah, that's a roughing the passer type of thing.
Can't do that. Steve, can you take yourself out of our ears? Can you take yourself out of our headsets?
I guess it's not really roughing the passer. He wasn't passing, but it was
roughing the pitcher.
Roughing the pitcher.
Because he made the pitch.
Right.
It's not like Scooble. As we see, there's a big hit there by the Falcons after a gain of 4. That was a nice hit there. Gain of 4 on first down for the Maples. They're moving. So far, it's by a penalty, but still moving nonetheless here. Early stages of quarter number 2 here between Seaholm and Groves. So we were just talking about the Groves' recent schedule, just kind of beating teams. They kind of got off to a slow start, just 1-2, 2-3, and now winners of 3 straight. And now the Maples come to the line here, 2nd and 6. Ball on the 39-yard line. It's a handoff in the middle on the inside. And it's Fedor getting the carry. And he's going to get it close to that first down, but it'll be 3rd down and 1. So we'll see here what the call is. You'd have to assume it's going to be a run.
It's a long one. We'll see what happens here.
The official word is 3rd and 2.
You're calling for a run?
I'm calling a run. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and it's Patrick Hughes. He's going to get it misdirection up the middle, and he's across the 50. Slow to get up, but an effective run by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, the quarterback in this offense must need an ice bath by the end of these games. I mean, it take a pounding, really.
He doesn't throw often, maybe twice a game, and sometimes it's not even him who's the one throwing it. A lot of times it'll be a pitch out, wide receiver toss, a little trickery. They like to mix it up, and when they do elect to pass. But first down and 10 here for the Maples. Inside 10 minutes to go, opening half. Neither team really has too many timeouts left. They've all been used. There's a false start here. This play is going to get shut down. 71 on the right side of the Maple offensive line. Jumped a little bit early. Yep, that's the guilty party. So back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, I thought it was a misprint when I looked at the stats before this game for their passing averages this year. 18 yards.
Total.
18.7 yards average passing per game.
Oh, that's a lot
I mean
for them. For them, I mean, I didn't expect it to be that much. I know they normally pass it maybe twice a game, at least the games that we've called over the years.
That's amazing.
It is.
Can you imagine an NFL team with 18 yards average by the 9th game of the year?
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins.
That quarterback. Ouch. Dolphin fans.
Like,
that had to sting.
It looks like we have a timeout on the field. It looks like Seaholm going to use their last timeout.
Well, we'll keep this game moving then. There won't have any more timeouts to call this half at least, but they're using them liberally, to say the least.
Yeah, they said we don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
He said there's 9 minutes left.
Good, because you don't have any more.
Yeah, right. There is no need, my friends.
There you see the Groves faithful out there.
They got to be bundled up in there. I mean, you know, I know it's different when you're younger. Like, I know when I was going to the games as a high school student, like, I was in a T-shirt, shorts. And
yeah, I know.
It's this temperature.
Kids burn hot, I think.
Yeah, it's easy for them. But for me, I just walked out on the field and I had a jacket on.
Yeah.
And I was still cold.
Your nose was red. You were running nose, and you were shivering.
Yep. Way to put me on blast there, but I definitely was. And
no, I was
thinking
too.
to myself, I'm just a shell of what I used to be.
Oh, just wait, buddy. You just hang on.
I don't want
It's
to.
only going to get worse. I hate to paint a dour picture, but shout out to our camera people outside right now too.
They're doing it for you to be able to enjoy this.
Oh,
First and 15 here for the Maples, and there's one of those passes. They got a guy out there to the left side. It's dropped in. It's caught. What a grab.
Nice pass. Over the shoulder
They're saying Groves player had the football, but nonetheless, that is a catch out there.
Sure is. We'll see if we can get another look at it. It is really a nice lofting, kind of a timing pattern.
This was a perfectly dropped in ball, and hopefully we can see the name on the back of his jersey, because guess what? He's not a roster player for us.
What else is new? Okay.
That's how we roll.
This is a great catch. It really was.
Great
that's
look
tough.
here at it on our BACB Sports Camp. Oh, and he took
a
lick
shot
too.
After it was left his hands. Yeah.
So the 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll scrimmage. It's a pitch out to the right side. It looks like it's spinning out of plays is Conrad Swanson. We've called his name a bunch last year when these two teams got together. This is his first touch of the game, is a pitch out to the right, and he looks like he's going to get about 4 yards on 1st down. Get him closer to the red zone, but no team is broken yet. No score. There's a good look at Swanson there. They're going to get him going. Him and Getz are the two running backs that really.
And Forsberg, those guys are really the kind of.
Yeah, Forsberg had some good runs early on in this game, but those two guys are just household names around here, and they really got this team turned up last year. Not to live in the past or anything. Hughes keeps it as he goes up the right side, up the middle, and gets close to the 1st down. They're going to mark him right at the marker. I'd imagine this is going to be a 1st down based on the spot, and the chains are already moving on their own. They weren't even waiting for the signal. They said, we have our own pair of eyes, and we're going to say we're moving 10 yards up. So 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Maples, just running the well-oiled machine.
Well, it's all well and good. Unless you put points on the board, it's really not worth much. So,
yep, for the first team to score, we'll see. Those could be very important early points. Hughes takes it, pitches. That was almost intercepted on the pitch, and they pitch it out to Getz, and that play is blown up. Loss of 5 on 1st down, and they're fortunate that ball wasn't taken back to the house on that pitch. It was telegraphed the entire way.
Yeah, and that's happened a number of times, really. They were fortunate that hasn't been I mean, they're how do you not lay in wait for it when that's the play you run every every second or third play, which seems like has been the case. But now they're backed up a bit, and it's going to be 2nd and 15, a loss of 5 on that one.
Single back is Getz behind Hughes. I'm sorry, it was Fedor. Now it's a pitch out to the right side. He's got running room up the right side. That's Forsberg making guys miss, and he's down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Late flag comes in here. We'll see what that is all about. And Forsberg comes up without a helmet on, so you'd have to imagine that it was ripped off by a Falcon defender. We'll see what the call is as the officials are huddled up together, getting this relayed out to the head official. Head official always spotted wearing the white hat, and he's mic'd up here for everyone in attendance to hear. Keep everybody in the loop, and he will give us the call. And we'll bring it to you.
So unnecessary roughness.
Yep, after the play, so it's a 1st down, so then they'll go half the distance, and they'll probably move him to about the 4 or the 3 yard line. It looks like they're going to scrimmage from the 4. Let's see if we can get a good look at it. But just real good running by Forsberg all day long. He's had 3 carries, and I think that was his shortest one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was already down, and he got his helmet
and he ripped
pulled
his
off.
helmet off. Yep. So it'll be 1st and goal, ball on the 4. Oh, how they blew that play up, but he still got the ball over to Getz. He's trying to get a push from his line, and he can. He's down at about the 2. But Hughes is fortunate to have even gotten rid of this ball as the line just not holding early on for the Maples. Hughes has taken a beating. And, again, we'll see here. Watch this, just timing play. Number 9 again. He's who blew it up last time. It's all timing. They might need to go to a hard count here because they have timed this play up. The Falcons have just almost to perfection and almost getting a turnover again or a stop. But fortunate for the Maples, they were able to gain 2. 2nd and goal. A lot of movement happening here. Looks like they're going to change the play. Hughes comes under center. 2nd and goal for Seaholm. And Hughes keeps it, and he is literally going backwards. Not great. He tries to do that little run outside the right tackle. And again, the line couldn't hold, and they were on him before he could even start running to the right side, let alone going forward. And he loses 3. He's back to the 5 now, 3rd and goal from the 5. Right there, a great play by number 8 of the Groves Falcons.
Yeah, a little indecision on that play before they snapped the ball. They got it down to 0. They were not called for delay of game, but yeah, the success of this offense so dependent on the offensive line maintaining their blocks and doing their job to make room for these quarterback keepers. Oh, we're going to have a little bit of a
pass, and it's incomplete, thrown over the middle into double coverage. That one.
Ooh, that could have been disaster for the Maples.
There was a little misconception going on there. That pass was intended for William Norman, number 48 here, as he kind of comes off and
it was
just
handed
to catch
off.
him off guard. That was actually a good throw.
It was a halfback pass, actually. If you watch, this is.
Yeah, it was.
And
Fedor threw that one almost like the Derrick Henry jump throw for the Ravens, as we'll get a field goal attempt here. And it's a bad snap, and they're got nowhere to go. They're going to have to try to get cute with it here. Yeah, the snap was just not held properly there, and the holder had trouble with it. That's Miles Coe, the holder. And he made the wise decision to just try to come up with it, because if he put it down, there's no way they're getting that kick up. That ball slithered through his hands here. We'll get a great look at it here again. I don't know if it's a bad snap, but it was not a good. Yeah, it was a low snap, and he did all he could, and then he's like, maybe you could throw it. Nope, we're just hold on to the ball. And
because I don't want it. They're coming after me. Here, you take it. And that was the end of that. So
they get all the way down to the 2-yard line and can't come away with points on the botched snap on the field goal try. So still no points on the scoreboard here. A bend but don't break style from both defenses, and now the Falcons will take over. 1st and 10 from the 17. This is a deep pitch out to the right side. And the Falcon running back rumbles forward out to the right side for 8 yards on 1st down, and that's a healthy gain there. They can do that every time. They'll be in business.
Yeah, that botch snap makes you wonder. It's chilly, definitely cold, and you wonder if those fingers aren't really, even though the snap was low, that's acknowledged, it still looked like it could have been salvaged. Had he made a clean snatch off the turf and put it down, but it wasn't to be. By then, Groves was all over it, and now they have the ball.
Shannon runs up quickly under center here. 2nd down and 2. They're going to move people over to the right. It's another deep handoff again to number 3. He is trying to get back to the line or get something going, and he's running into his own players and running into some Maple defenders, and he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. So bring up 3rd down and 4. And I just want to clarify, misspoke about the early running back for the Groves Falcons. We have 2 number 23s on our roster. And so the running back's actually Jeremiah Whitley, who has been doing the running thus far when he's wearing number 23 for Groves. So he had a couple real nice carries and a nice reception and run after the catch. So just wanted to clarify that for you. And he's back in the game as the lone tailback. Offset eye, 3rd down and 4. Ball on the 25-yard line. Going to be a handoff to Whitley. He's got room up the right side and maybe more. There he goes over the 35 to the 40, and he's still running down the maroon strip on the sideline. And he points forward for a 1st down, an impressive piece of running and a conversion on 3rd down for the Falcons, and the sticks will move.
Yeah, he didn't let getting out of bounds stop him. He just kept going and going and going.
I see open turf in front of me.
You know, it's great about that. No one really tries to tackle you when you're running like that out of bounds.
No. So who knows? Maybe you can fool the ref.
Kind of like Dan Orlovsky, back of the end zone.
He didn't see, though. He still lives the end of that. Lives it down. And
poor guy.
I remember watching that.
I will not weep for Dan Orlovsky.
No.
He's made a nice career for himself at ESPN.
He's doing just fine. We have another timeout here on the play. I think this one would be Groves. We're going to say they're going to add some more time to the clock. They're going to put 2:42 back up there. 2:43. And, yeah, so they must not have stopped it when he ran out of bounds. So the officials caught that and said, we'll do this right. Shotgun set, 5 receivers. It's going to be an end-around keeper the other way. And a big running hole for number 3 for the Falcons. He's got room to go. He's cutting back up to the center of the field, and he's inside the 25, and the chains will move again for the Falcons.
Not only are the chains going to move, the chain gang has to catch up with about a 40, 35-yard run out of this. And he just smelled open field and went for it. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, just a little end around. Inside give. 5 receivers. You don't think they're going to run, and they do.
Yeah, he does a nice job of seeking that open field. And he had maroon jerseys chasing him all over the place. And now here Groves finds himself on the Seaholm 25. We'll see if they can do something with it.
Offset eye here. Lavelle Shannon under center. And that's going to be a defensive encroachment call. They're going to move him up 5 yards.
Yeah.
There was some contact made in the interior line for the Maples.
He did it, and he knew it, and now he's coming off the field.
He's coming off the field. Yep, that's.
And he's catching an earful from Coach.
Oh, yeah. He is saying, you are lined up directly over the ball.
Get in the game.
Watch the ball.
Yeah, right.
It's simple. Yep, right there. He knows it, and he crumbles. Teammate says it's all right, and the coach
said it's not all right.
Yeah, I was going to say he did not agree with that.
Yeah.
With that. So we're approaching 2 minutes to go, opening half. The first score is yet to happen here between these two teams. But we've gotten close on a couple different times.
I feel like we're watching soccer.
Yeah, well,
been our,
Shannon looks. He's going to throw deep end zone into double coverage, and that ball is caught for the touchdown. What a throw and catch for the Falcons. A perfectly thrown ball where only his guy could get it. Lavelle Shannon drops it into double coverage, and that is number 2 for the Falcons.
Well, we went from 0-0 soccer score to maybe that was what did it. It broke us free, and it's now 6-0.
Perfect.
Groves and field the extra point upcoming. Let's take a look at the pass. Just really nicely thrown ball. And he's on the edge of that end zone. Keeps both feet in. You only need one. And he made it work for him. Groves draws first blood.
Extra point try on here now for Groves. And it is up. And it is good. So 7-0. Your score here. Under 2 minutes to go. Opening half. As we're seeing a little kicker celly going on there. How about that? That's Michael McCann booting it through. Or maybe he was the holder. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever it was dialed in on the celly.
Mm-hmm.
So nonetheless, a really impressive drive there after getting the stop on the field goal try from the Maples. So we've had 2 fourth down conversions fail. We've had 2 fumbles, and now finally first blood is drawn for Groves.
And once again, this is...
yeah, he got that left foot down.
That's all you need. And Coyle for Seaholm says, no, no, no. And, in fact, it was.
Yeah, we'll see a nice little look here from this view. This will really show you.
Fake handoff. Got everybody thinking about
that. Look at that. Everybody was going to that right side. Look at that. He even dragged, I think, his right foot, too. I think that might be an NFL catch.
Was he juggling that ball?
That was the thing. I was watching his feet. Well, the official was right there. Well,
yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
They don't have New York calling down here.
No, there's no
Lansing.
red, no
Lansing
red
isn't
flag.
calling.
Well, they, in the NFL, they review all touchdowns. So,
yep. As we see a nice little return here for the Maples out across the 30 to about the 32 or 33-yard line. So that's where the Maples will try to get something going here with just under 2 minutes to go, 1:49 to be exact. So we'll have to see what they draw up here to try to move the ball. I'd imagine you'd have to throw it a couple of times here on this drive if you're interested in points.
Well, they're running out of timeouts for one thing.
They are going to get the
do
ball.
Have none, as a matter of fact. But
yeah, they used those in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's going to be an inside carry.
But throwing the ball is not their game. That's that much we know, and it doesn't help you a whole heck of a lot.
Late flag. This is going to be a personal foul on Groves. I think they wrestled Hughes to the ground again after he handed that ball off. I think this is just Groves getting fooled by all the misdirection and play action and all the handoffs.
Yeah.
And they're just hitting anybody who they think has the ball. And I mean,
you can't do that.
I mean, you can't necessarily blame them because they've had it so much. But this is going to be an unnecessary roughness against Groves. So they're going to get bailed out again on the third unnecessary roughness penalty against the Falcons, and that'll be 15 yards now.
And very critical in a situation where you've got only 1:40 left before halftime. I don't see them moving the ball, though. They're back to more consulting with one another.
Yeah, they're talking to Coach Flaherty here.
It's so funny. Before the game starts and they're warming up on the field, these coaches work these refs. I mean, like they're their best friends, and slapping them on the back and laughing, and
they're doing what they got to do.
And they are campaigning,
Now this will bring the ball almost to midfield because it comes from the end of the run. The end of the run was the 35-yard line. So, yeah, they're at the 49 now. That's where they'll scrimmage here with $1:40 to go in the opening half.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time to at least get into field goal range. Not sure the leg strength here. So we got 1st and 10 from the 49. It's going to be a delayed handoff, and Getz is going to lose a yard.
Yeah, now they got to hustle up, though. See,
yeah, no timeouts. Clock ticking now to 1:30. So we'll see the pep in their step, if any. They might not be so concerned due to the fact that they will get the ball to start the second half, as they won the toss and deferred. So they're still subbing players in and out. Clock ticking now inside 1:15. Hughes will go under center with a single back. 2 receivers. They're going to try to time this one up. They tried to time that blowing up the line again, did the Falcons. And this is going to be a keeper for Hughes. He's going to option it out. This is Forberg up the left side, and he's going to stumble. Tried to get out of bounds. The clock will stop, though, to reset the chains, but then it runs again. So a nice little run. It just a shoestring trip up. Could have potentially saved a touchdown. Here as we see this last-minute pitch over to Forberg. And he just gets clipped after he gained about 15 yards there on second down. So the clock now running. 45 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for the Maples. Trying desperately to tie this game up. Field goal at a minimum. Now they're going to pass. Hughes looks, throws out to the right. It's Forberg. He caught it at the 25, inside the 20. 15-10. Shedding, tacklers, stiff-arming, spinning down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Clock will stop for the chains. And they're going to hurry up. It looks like they're going to try to spike this thing.
Yeah, he should have run out of bounds. He wasn't going to do anything by cutting it back inside.
He was trying to see if he could slither into the end zone. This will likely just be a spike by Hughes, and it is. So 27 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd down and goal. So a real nice play. Look what happens when you pass the ball. Good things happen. We'll see it again.
Well, that's...
Well, this is the run previous to the pass. Forberg, number 7, been all over the place here thus far for the Maples. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. So basically a little timeout, kind of get to reset. Coaches will come in and talk to you. Hughes under center, single back behind him, and a timeout looks like will be called by Groves.
Yeah, they wanted to see how they were lining up, what the kind of play they were going to run. So this helps Seaholm out, obviously, too, and maybe gives everybody a chance to catch their breath down there, regroup, reorganize, and get their feet set for what's going to be maybe only a couple plays before that time runs out. I can't imagine Groves wanted to stop it again, but I'm surprised they did it now, actually.
So Seaholm skidding a little bit coming into this one. They started out like gangbusters, starting the season 4-0, but since just 1-4. So, I'm sorry, 1-3. So they come in at 5-3. So Groves coming in hot. Seaholm coming in not so much. Kind of losing handily last week to Adams, 45-7, but an impressive 42-7 win at Troy the week before. So a blowout each way, and then it's just kind of been weathering the storm the previous 2 games after their hot 4-0 start. So it'll be nice to end on a note here at the end of the half to say, okay, we reset, we moved the ball well, we're tied, let's go. Hughes going to keep it up the right side. Cuts inside. He's wrestled down, reaching for the goal line to the 2-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 1. They're going to hurry up to the line. 18 seconds to go. I think they're going to run a play.
They're going to run a play or spike it?
No, they're going to spike it and say one last play here. It'll be 4th down now and goal.
Yeah.
So that was
what do
an
you do?
interesting call
you want to
there.
run a play or you want to kick a field goal?
I'd say you run a play. You're at the 1. You're at the 1-yard line. I think you run a play. I thought they should have ran a play there. You know, I feel like you got to have 2 in the holster waiting.
That's
say,
true.
Okay, if we don't get it, we're going to run this play, hurry up. But instead, now you only got 1 chance. Before there's enough time. Well, no, because you'd have to spike it.
I don't know.
That's a turnover. So they're
almost like taking some points. It's
they're not
practically a sure thing. But they're
offense
gonna
back out there. So
they're not. Yeah.
So then, you know, you never know. If you don't get in 99 yards, then we're going to get another Groves timeout.
And these wide hash marks, you know, it's a pretty extreme kick from that far right side on an angle to try and put it through. And maybe that's part of the thinking for Coach DeWald as to why he wants to maybe run a play and see if they can't get these 2 yards and tie it up before halftime.
Yeah, it's it looks like the mark is inside the 1 based on the ball spot down there.
Yeah, it is. It's right on the it's tough to see, but it is right around the 1 yard line.
Inside of the 1 yard line there. So just maybe a quarterback sneak up the middle. I mean, why not? Don't go back too far.
They know how to run.
Don't go back far behind the line of scrimmage.
No.
I feel like the Falcons' defense has kind of blown that up all day long.
Yep.
The only misdirection they've had to work the outside has been Forberg, and I say maybe just give it to him up the middle. He might be your tallest, lankiest runner. He doesn't necessarily need to be power. Just kind of jump over the top. Why not? The ball just has to break the plane.
That's it.
I always wonder why running backs don't go the over the top as much, because once the ball breaks the plane and the play is over, it's a touchdown.
Billy Sims used to do that for the Lions. He had this vault that he would just go up and over the line.
This looks like a quarterback keeper, and I don't think he got in. They're going to say, no, this is a defensive stop by the Falcons, and that is a huge turn of events. It looks like that was a keeper by Hughes, and that play is blown up the middle, and he was stuffed vertically, and he turned horizontal, and now, well, you can't take a knee because of where the ball is spotted.
Right.
So you got to just QB sneak.
It's a QB sneak.
You just got to go forward and just run it out. I mean, neither team has a timeout, so this will be the last play of the half, hoping nothing crazy happens. Yeah, he tried to get back. You just got to go forward. He tried to move to the side, and it's just too many moving parts.
There's nothing there, yeah.
I mean, the O-line didn't really get much push, but there was just a lot going on there. Too many moving parts, I think, on the offensive side for that play to work.
And that ball sits on the half-yard line. I mean, this would be.
This is interesting here. You could mess around and see a safety. You could see maybe they just snap it back and try to run something. No, it's going to definitely be a QB keeper. And there's a flag. Was there early movement? Move it back even farther? Yeah, they're saying false start here.
Move it back 6 inches.
I think this is a false start penalty. Yep, so we'll make it half the distance. So what's half of a foot? 6 inches.
Yeah,
so they're going to try to do that again. So that play really never happened. It's a dead ball penalty, so pre-snap. So 13 seconds will go back up on the clock, or 11 rather.
I mean, that ball cannot be more than a couple inches in front of the goal line.
It even looks like it's breaking the plane here from my vision, looking through the glass, and also here on our monitor, our BACB Sports monitor. So they are really bunched together. This is like a tush push. It is a tush push, and he's pushed out to the 2, and that'll be the final play of the opening half. So we saw a little bit of everything in that opening half. Andy, your thoughts?
Well, for not much scoring, I have to say you're right, Nick. This was pretty eventful first half. Both sides, I'd say these teams are pretty evenly matched. We saw a couple turnovers that were costly for both sides, but they ended up offsetting some good long runs, and in the end, we've got a 7-0 lead for Groves, and it's going to be a heck of a second half.
Well, Andy summed it up right there. 7-0 Groves lead. We head to halftime. You're not going to want to go away. Second half of action coming up when we come back on BACB Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Bloomfield Township Senior Services promotes wellness and strengthens the community through social connections, fitness classes, aquatics, day trips, and more. Our staff is here to serve you, offering lifelong learning and interactive opportunities for residents age 50 and above. Invest in your vitality with us. Follow us to learn more and stay up to date. We look forward to meeting you.
Welcome back for the second half. Both teams back out onto the field. Groves getting set to boot this one off to Seaholm, who saw their drive stall out at the 1-yard line on 4th down. That not the first time that happened, Andy, in that first half. So they'll try to right the ship here on their opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, missed opportunities all over the place, and I can only imagine what Coach DeWalt said to the Maples in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, we see them fielded at the 10, cutting up inside now, 25, running to the outside to the 30, to the 35 before wrestled down. It was Getz on the kick return, and that is a nice little return of 25 yards, gets it out to the 36-yard line, and that is where the Maples will start their opening drive of half number 2, down 7-0 to Groves. And as we mentioned before we went to break, both of these two teams have kind of had a little bit of action, but just kind of stalling out when they get to the promised land, and the only team to break through is Groves thus far.
Yeah, not to mention a couple of untimely fumbles while things were rolling. So we'll see if they can clean that up here in the second half.
Hugh's going to keep it. He play action keeper, and he's going to just run forward. He's signaling first down, and I guess the officials will agree with him. I thought he was about a yard short.
Certainly did look like he was a yard short, but he
very generous spot. And a first down on first down, so a gain of 10. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 46 for Seaholm. So they're going to try to work a little bit of tempo here to try to move this ball and catch the Groves defense, get them a little bit tired here coming out of the break, maybe lackluster, lackadaisical. And we see this a give up the middle, not much going on. And we'll see who that was on the carry. It's Aaron Vandenmark gets the carry up the middle for 2 yards for Seaholm. So 2nd and 8. Minute gone by here in quarter number 3. 7-0 Groves leading Seaholm here at Seaholm. Final week of the MHSAA regular season. Can't believe it's already the winter sports season right around the corner, Andy. The holidays are just knocking on the door. Did you get me my gift yet?
No, but I got lots of time. Well, not really. I did see they were putting Valentine's stuff in the store already.
So don't skip Christmas. Just
go right to the.
No, don't get me a heart-shaped chocolate box. I'll still take my full gift.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get right on that.
I heard our director's getting us gifts this year. That'll be good. Yeah. So the gift that they're going to want here is a first down for Seaholm. And it doesn't look like they're going to get it. The gift that keeps on giving is this Falcon defense. And there's a big hit. And the sideline of Seaholm and the fans definitely want a penalty. But I don't think there was one there. That was just good defense. So we see Forberg on the outside. Nothing doing. Getting back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll bring up 4th down and about 5. We'll see it again.
Yeah, I think you can refer to this as a swarming defensive stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
Yeah, I don't think there was like a hasty play there. I think that was just a football play, and the Seaholm punt team on now. So after a nice gain on their first play, they stall out, and we'll have to kick this ball back to Groves. They snap it from the Groves 49. Kick is away, and it's going to be fielded. Looks like a fair catch called for at the 19-yard line, and that's where Groves will take over their possession of the second half. So we'll see if they can keep it moving like they did on their last real drive of that second quarter that resulted in a 22-yard touchdown pass for Lavelle Shannon.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of passing going on, but that was certainly the marquee pass of the game was that touchdown pass. And this will be Grove's first try at it here in the third quarter, and see what kind of momentum they can muster.
2 receivers to the right, lone back to the left. It's going to be a keeper for Shannon. He's going to run up the right side, makes a cutback now into the inside, 25-30, cutting his ground. He's over the 35-40, across midfield. Got 2 Maples to beat, and he's wrestled out of bounds at about the 42, 43-yard line. That is a huge run on just a simple run. It looked like they had him bottled up the right side, but the quarterback for the Falcons cuts back left, and he had plenty of green in front of him. The chains will move, and it's a first down for Groves.
Yeah, the play didn't start going that way. They were going to the right, and all of a sudden he stops pretty much on a dime and cuts it back left. Here you see it. Boom. Just puts his foot in the ground and then just heads for the left sideline.
Another man missed there. He moved around Forberg, who's playing both ways here. And he's wrestled out there at the 43, so that's where they'll scrimmage. First and 10 for the Falcons. Nice gain there. Couple men in motion here. This is going to be a handoff as Shannon lost his footing, and a flag is down. So we see the running back, number 3, scamper around after a gain of about 10.
They might have had 2 men in motion there with an illegal shift. I know
we'll see what
DeWalt's cheering whatever the flag is for. It looks like it's against Groves. They are coming back.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what it is, an illegal shift. Good call there, Andy. You got a striped shirt on under there?
You'd be surprised what I know about this game. I know I don't seem it, but I caught
you
that one.
Seem it. You seem it.
I seem it.
We see it right here.
Yeah, here we go. Right?
Yeah, they were still
There's
moving.
movements going on.
Both players, number 8 and number 22, were still moving at the same time, which you can't do.
Yeah, this is not the Canadian Football League.
Yeah, 22
where they got players running in all directions
backwards,
and You ever watch a CFL game? You're trying to.
I don't
figure out exactly why 5 guys are running around before they snap the ball. I never do figure it out.
Never tried. Never wanted to try.
Never wanted to.
Nope. First and 15 now. Ball back now at the 48-yard line. First and 15. Man in motion. Offset eye. And Lavelle Shannon has it here on a design quarterback run. He's across the 40, pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, 34. Nice run there to get most of those yards back, and they almost got a first down. And they're going to say they did. So a gain of 15 on the play to the 33. And, talk about getting the yards back.
He does a nice job hiding that ball. I think that's what made that play work. Yeah, he puts it on his hip and turns after the fake handoff, and nobody knew he had it. And suddenly he had some open field along the right side.
Yeah, when he put that ball to the side, he had both D linemen for the Maples looking at the running back, and at that point he turned and said, I'm going to take off and pick up this first down on my own. First and 10, ball in the 33. It's going to be a handoff. This is Jeremiah Whitley rumbling forward before being ripped backwards in half. He gets about to the line of scrimmage, but no more. They're going to give him a yard. 2nd and 9 here for Groves. 8:35 to go, third quarter. 7-0 our score. Groves looking to add to their lead. Groves is outscoring their opponents by quite a bit this year. 227 points for on the year to just 141 against. Seaholm also in the positive, but not as much. They're just a plus 31 differential, 215 for, 184 against. So, but this is a low-scoring affair. Lavelle Shannon throws this one way underthrown here as he was backpedaling, just getting rid of that. If the defender turned around, that could have been going back the other way for 6, but instead it falls harmlessly to the turf and will bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, he had his man out there, but the defender just didn't swing around. You get your head around and see the ball was actually was made closer to the defender than it was his own man. So no harm done there. It was a incomplete pass.
So we'll see what they draw up here on 3rd and 9. I'd imagine, they've passed the ball pretty well. I like the ball in Shannon's hands here for the Falcons, whether it's with his arm or with his feet. He's done a pretty good job here thus far this evening. He's got it. He's looking to throw. He throws out to the left, and that ball is just overthrown. His target, Jeremiah Whitley, out in the flat. Would have had first down distance, but just sailed out of his reach, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, another near interception. And with a 4th and 9 at the 32,
yeah, you're in
Coach
between.
Flaherty figures, hey, let's just See what we can do. Oh, this is kind of a wounded duck. I don't
Yeah.
even know. Was it tipped? Might have
I
been.
don't think it was. I think he was kind of rushing the throw. There's a little bit of pressure in his face. So he's out of the shotgun. 4th and 9, rather. There's some coaching being done on the Maples sideline to shift the defense around. It's going to be a play action quarterback keeper for Shannon, and he's not going to get it. He's going to get to the 30, and the Maples will get a 4th down stop. That is big here to get the ball back.
Yeah, that's kind of momentum shift play that really could spur an offense, too. Gets everybody fired up, a great defensive stop. Groves had been driving, but the keeper goes nowhere.
Nope.
And the Maples defense was equal to the task.
So they will start their drive at the 29-yard line. Maples' second drive of the second half here, trying to answer and get back in this game, tie it up, or at least cut it to 4. Hughes will start this one 1st and 10 under center. One back, 2 tight ends. Looked like a false start there, but wasn't detected as Forberg's still rumbling forward. A lot of steps just for 3 yards there on 1st down. It looked like there was some early motion for the Maples, went undetected. So 2nd down and 7 here. Ball on the 32. Veer offense hard at work, trying to wear down this Groves defense and trying to open up a big play over the top. They had a good passing play in that first half that got him down into the red zone. And we're going to have Hughes get in. He is literally swallowed up again by Hammonds. He's been all over the place for that Falcon defense. Oh, my, oh, my.
Yeah, they got nothing fast out of that. That was all Groves D all the time on this play. You can see it here.
Right there.
The
He's
keeper.
even got a blocker on him, and he just grabs the jersey of Hughes and doesn't let him go until he's able to shake the offensive lineman, and then he wraps up and hauls him down. So it'll be a loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. So we'll see what they draw up. Hughes going to be under center. This has been their main formation with the short back and then 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Hughes going to keep it. He's going to pitch out to Forberg, and there's nowhere for him to go. He is swallowed up by 3 Falcon defenders, and they just keep losing yards. And that'll bring up 4th and 13, and they're going to have to punt this one back to Groves.
Yeah, the Seaholm offense is being found out, it looks like, rather quickly in the second half. That drive in particular fell real flat. And
just almost at this time of year, a little spooky, feels a little haunted. You know?
I mean, there's no hope for that to succeed. They've got 3 guys in the backfield already before the quarterback's even pitched it.
That's a real good punt. And a fair catch called for at the 40. And that is where Groves will take over their second drive of the second half. 5:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Seaholm trailing 7-0 here on their home turf. Final game of the regular season. Playoffs start next week. We'll see what these 2 teams will get in their draw. The beauty of high school football, not every team makes it. It goes off of playoff points, so it all goes off strength of schedule, wins, losses, home record, road record. You know, you got so much of it. And, you know, it's just there's so much going on. Shannon out of the shotgun, man in motion. They're going to give it to that man in motion. The running back takes it up to get about 4 yards on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Groves comes in ranked 55th in the state of Michigan. Seaholm ranked 138, so Groves definitely has more playoff points based on state ranking, at least. Both of these teams in Division II. So their hopes, as always, every year, you know, they have a chance to get to Ford Field and play that Thanksgiving weekend. And the goal is still the same for both of these teams, although their records aren't what they have been in the past. As we see a big run here for Jeremiah Whitley up the right sideline. They're going to say he stepped out back at the 40-yard line, but he will pick up a 1st down. It's a gain of 16, and it looked like he had nothing but pay dirt in front of him, but he was trying to keep his balance. there on the right sideline near side, but he just stepped out there at the 40, but at least it's a first down for Groves.
Yeah, if he's able to stay in bounds there, he's celebrating a touchdown right now. But he did. He's got a foot out, and that was where they will spot the ball now at the Seaholm 40-yard line here with 5:04 left to play. We'll see it here right there, I think. And he knew it. He let up.
Yep. Both referees were blowing the whistle there. No argument. Yep, right there. Yep. And Lavelle Shannon drops back. He's being pressured, rolling out to his right. He's going to throw it, and it's underthrown. Just got it out of harm's way. Not much happening there on that as he was rolling out to his right, but it falls harmlessly to the turf and complete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, Nick, we got an out-of-town score. Chippewa Valley up 14-6 over Southfield at halftime.
All right. There you go. So think about that.
You know, for all you Chip Valley fans out there and
are they watching
Southfield, you think they're tuned in? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think everyone's tuned in. I mean, I know when I'm not here, I'm tuned in. Whether it be on YouTube, Vimeo, or on, BloomfieldTWP.com, anywhere you can stream or watch.
BACB Sports.
We're there.
Our talented crew is out there. Shout out to all the camera people working, the talented bunch in the truck led by Steve Rhoda tonight, and a cast of hundreds all huddled in there.
Oh yeah, I feel for the camera folks today. They're battling the elements, but they're doing it to bring you these fine looks, as they do for all of our 3 seasons that we cover here as we're wrapping up the fall high school sports season. Winter on tap, and the beauty of winter is we'll be inside for those basketball and
we got
wrestling,
swim meet, wrestling, and
all the other fun activities that the MHSAA has. As we have a timeout here on the field here, timeout Groves. So they're first of the half.
Yeah, they burned some timeouts early in that first half, both
teams,
sides.
Especially Seaholm had none the entire second quarter. So they'll ponder this 3rd down and 5 here, talk about it.
And you're basically in 4-down territory here, right?
Yeah, you are. I think it's too close to punt, too far away to kick a field goal. And as long as you don't lose, 5 yards here, I think you got to go for this and really try to work on doubling this lead, because at this point I feel like I'm going to go out and say it, Andy. I think next score wins, whether it be Seaholm or whether it be Groves. I think that's just the way this game has kind of gone, where it's still that I don't even want to call it a feeling out process, because we're in the 3rd quarter now and there's only 4 minutes left. But it's just it just feels like there's not many points to be had here today. So a 14-0 lead, I feel like, would be astronomical to overcome.
Well, I think that's true. Yeah, if Grove scores next, I buy into that. Seaholm, if they could tie it up, and anything's possible, but they really haven't shown when they get down, say towards the 20, the ability to put it in the end zone or really get close. They seem to have tightened up a little bit and either turned it over on downs or something's happened, but they have not really been able to hit pay dirt.
Good run there on 3rd down, getting just enough to the 30-yard line to move the sticks, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Groves. So they get a fresh set of downs as the clock ticks under 4 minutes now to play here in quarter number 3. Three receivers left, one to the right. One running back to the right of Shannon. It's Whitley. Little movement on the line on the defense, but didn't come into the zone. Shannon looking. He's throwing deep. He's going end zone. He's got a man out there, and it's incomplete, and there's going to be a flag. Yep, I think that's a pass interference call. Here's the receiver turned around, looked back to the ball. The defender didn't play the ball. He played the body. So it's an incomplete pass, but I think this play will be, in high school, just a 15-yard penalty, so it's not going to be at the spot, I believe.
Yeah, NFL, that ball comes out at, the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
but
I
now
think here in high school it's a 15-yard.
It's 15, just like college,
So, yep, they'll scrimmage from the 15. Let's just double-check here with the official to make sure. But I think you and I are in agreement that this is going to be on the defense.
Yeah, and it was pretty blatant.
Yep. Yep, so they'll scrimmage from the 15 and get a fresh set of downs. So Yeah, Shannon had two guys open short on the left side of the field, and I could tell right away. I'm like, he's going deep right here. He's looking at him first, wide open. Nope, I'm going deep. He had his man too. It was just a little bit underthrown.
Yeah, he threw it off the back foot. I
don't know about that.
It didn't look as bad on the replay as it did in real time, actually.
I mean, maybe because the defender didn't turn around to the ball,
Right.
didn't make a play on the ball. He only played the receiver. It's almost like a face guarding, if
Exactly
you will,
what
because
it
it hit
was.
the back of the defender's helmet.
Yep.
But nonetheless, it's a fresh set of downs and a 15-yard penalty. So Shannon will scrimmage now with the Groves Falcons from the 15. And we're going to get another Groves timeout.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. You use them early, use them often. You
can't take them with you.
Can't take them next week to your playoff game.
And
So
they're
you
down.
might as well use them right here on a Friday night in October, Halloween right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So, get that ghostly timeout feeling.
I saw a few costumes in the crowd.
Did
out there.
you?
Yeah, there was a ballerina down there.
I didn't get to
and,
see too many.
Saw a few.
Saw some football players.
Yeah.
Some band members.
I saw a football player in the band.
There were two. There were
Yeah.
two for Seaholm. That was impressive. They were marching around in unison with the band while in their gear. So
Yep.
one tuba player, one trumpet player.
Right.
That's impressive.
That's multi-talented right
It
there.
is. That's how they do it around here.
That's it.
So 1st and 10 from the 15. Groves looking for the all-important 14-0 lead here. 3:32 to go, third quarter. 7-0 though. Right now is our score in favor of Groves. Shannon out of the gun, man in motion. It's going to be a give to the running back around to the left side, cutting back in right. Oh, and he's leveled at the 11-yard line. Oh, what a hit, but he got 4 yards first. He'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
This is just a close, as in closing speed on the wide run.
Running back looking a little shaky.
He's looking like a shoulder.
He needs his teammate to help him with that shoulder pad. Pull that jersey down for him. Because, with your helmet on, you can't see that. You have not much for peripheral vision as we see it here. Right here, this cutback is nice. But just two guys, 54 really laid the lick on him. 48 had him wrapped up, but this will be a great look.
This is a violent hit.
Boom.
Yep.
That was a old Madden hit stick there with the right thumbstick. 2nd down, handoff. Whitley around to the left side, spinning and hauled down just short of the sticks. I think this will be 3rd and 2. And we have an injured Falcon on the field. Is that Jeremiah Whitley, the running back? They're telling him stay down. It looked like he was trying to roll to get up. Don't know if that's who is down or not. No, it's not. It's like 55 here for Groves. So we'll work on that. We can't work on that because he's not on our roster. But
he's pointing to his knee. Oh, he's not feeling too good.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there, but nonetheless, we hope he is all right. As we'll have a 3rd and 3 upcoming here for Groves. 2:30 to go, third quarter. 7-0 our score. Coach Flaherty out there to check on his injured player as the training staff will work on him. Looks like a left knee issue. A lot of haze in the crowd here tonight, just blowing around through the
I don't
sky.
know. Is somebody having a barbecue off the side of the field, or?
I would say a bonfire is more likely.
There, you can't have one of those in Birmingham. You're
Maybe
not
it's
supposed
blowing
to.
in
At
from
least.
Troy.
Are they allowed in Troy?
I don't
Maybe.
know. Let's see here as well. We see him in agony on the ground.
Yeah, he's already in pain right there.
Yeah, look at there's a good look of all the smoke blowing. The elements.
The Moors. They're
Well,
coming in. It's fog, maybe.
the good news is the injured player was able to walk off under his own power, so he's back on the sideline now, and we'll scrimmage here 3rd and 3. Ball will be placed at the 9-yard line. Important 3rd down here for Groves. Shannon under center. Offset eye. Man in motion. He's going to hand it. He's going to cut and get the 1st down, and it'll be 1st and goal. So not enough for pay dirt, but enough to move the sticks and make this a 1st and goal for Groves.
Yeah, they worked the short end, short side of that field, and the blocking was there. They only needed a couple yards. They got them, 3 to be exact, and now they find themselves inside the 5-yard line. And they are knocking on the door. 1st and 4, 1st and goal from the 4. for the Falcons, and they could really put some distance between themselves and the Maples here with a touchdown.
There's the snap to give to the running back, and he's going to get in easy for the Groves touchdown. The running back for the Falcons says, quiet down to the Maple faithful. And he's celebrating with his team in the end zone. An easy 4-yard touchdown run, and it's 13-0 pending the PAT.
Yeah, this was just sort of a student body, right? Everybody pour into the end zone, and he follows those big, wide bodies in there and pours over the goal line for the second touchdown of the night for Groves, for them to go up 13-0, pending the extra point. And you might have stated it properly and correctly earlier, Nick, when you said the next score, especially if it's Groves, might make this game almost feel out of reach. Not officially, obviously, but they've had the momentum here in this third quarter.
PAT up and good, so 14-0 the score with 2:03 to go in the third quarter. That is an ever so important touchdown to be able to punch that in. And now this is a very crucial possession upcoming for Seaholm. They need points here, I feel, if they want to stick around in this game.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. This is gut check time for the Maples. They've got to put points on the board, preferably 6 for them. And before you know it, we're going to have the fourth quarter, and then you start to run out of time. So they've really got to regroup. A lot of game left, but like I say, they're going to be running out of it fast if they're not careful. So this will be an interesting drive. Groves, on the other hand, has been stout on defense, I think you could say.
Yes.
And, they've been only getting stronger here. They've come out of the locker room from the halftime with sort of a renewed purpose. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see.
Something to note here, too, is Seaholm has all 3 timeouts, something they didn't have the virtue of having in the opening half. But Groves has already burned 2 of theirs, so they just have 1 remaining as they get set to kick this one back off to Seaholm here after doubling their lead to 14. And they're going to do a little squib kick, and that's going to go over the head of the Maples. They will fall on it, though, at the 25-yard line. So there was a little interesting trickery off the kickoff there as he squibs it into the ground, and that almost worked out. I mean, it had some weird spin on it, getting over a couple of the Maple players here. As we'll take a look at that touchdown again.
Yeah, this was just
big hole.
Blown open, right, by that offensive line, and Seaholm just suddenly looked small all of a sudden on that play. And they go barreling into the end zone. And back to our injured player. He's getting some attention there on the sideline. Looks like
now they're looking at that ankle on the left side.
Trainer Kelly Salter
down there. He's
going to
throw it out there. Oh, that's almost. Oh, it's caught. I thought it was picked off. This is Froberg all the way down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. And that's how you answer back if you are the Maples as they go for a 75-yard touchdown pass. Hughes to Froberg. And hold the phone. The Maples say, you said this game's over. Not so fast. That play looked like it was a pick 6 or a huge hit coming up. It fooled me. I think it might have fooled you or people everywhere. And then all of a sudden, Froberg running up the sideline. Bang, he's in the end zone.
Yeah, I didn't say it was going to be over at 14-0, but they certainly Seaholm needed to answer, and they did with a lightning bolt, actually an exclamation point. They need to make this extra point very critical. Oh, and they botched the snap. Unbelievable. The snap goes high over the holder, and we have a 14-6 game. So,
well, that is an explosive play, and again, good things happen when you pass the ball. They hit their they hit what they average in passing yards per game, 18.7. Well, that was 75 right there alone.
That, yeah.
That was a little play-action pass. Forberg was open the whole time, but the throw was up so long it looked like the Groves defender was going to time this perfect and take it to the house the other way, but it dropped right over and to stay focused there. That is impressive there.
Yeah,
by Will Forberg.
Truly game of inches stuff on that pass just moments before we pick it up on the replay. And the big answer by Seaholm.
Oh, there's where your smoke's coming from. They got a fog machine out there in the student section to get everybody hype. And the Forest, well, they might start to fear him now if they get a stop here on defense. We got a whole new ball game. That is good for the confidence, no doubt about it. What a play.
Yeah.
Game-changing.
Exclamation point, times 10, and the momentum shift they needed. And Seaholm is now buzzing around on that sideline, and you can tell they've got a renewed purpose all of a sudden. Now, the challenge for them is to get a 3-and-out or to stop Groves, something they really haven't had a tremendous amount of success with, especially here in the third quarter. To try and get this ball back and score another touchdown, they'll need a 2-pointer to tie it up at that point.
Bigelman to kick it deep for the Maples. It's a low-lining kick, and it's going to be fielded there at the 8-yard line. Returner cutting inside at the 25, running over defenders, and he's out to the 30-yard line where he will be stopped, and that is where the Falcons will take over, as that was Jordan Thomas on the kick return.
Kind of a line drive kick there.
Almost over his head.
He did a heck of a job corralling that one, and gets a nice return. They're at the 30, so decent field position starting this drive for the Falcons.
You almost want to run some clock here on this drive if you can. With 12-minute quarters, if you can get this thing down to about 8 minutes of the fourth quarter before essentially punching it in, if you're Groves, that would be huge, going up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And only allowing limited time on the clock for Seaholm to work. Because with that veer offense, when it's clicking, it's taking time off the clock. So we'll see what happens here, though. Handoff to the Falcons here.
Well, you know, thinking about that touchdown pass, if you think about sort of lulling you into sleep with that veer offense, and you're looking for the run, you look for a run on every single play. It seems like they run the ball, and to have that sort of a surprise, like a shock pass like that one was, highly effective. If you've been able to maybe lull the defense into sleep a little bit and then take advantage of it with that lightning bolt we saw. So
gain of 4 on first down by Whitley. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Under a minute to go, third quarter. 14-6 our score. Single back behind Shannon. He's going to give it. It's Whitley. He's just fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he won't. He's leveled there behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him the line to gain and say it's no gain. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Big hit there as the Maple defenders were able to slow him down enough to lay the lumber. So we'll see what happens here. 3rd down, a big one. But guess what? We will find out after the end of the third quarter. So our score, end of 3, Groves 14, Seaholm 6. And for the lights going out, we'll leave you with that. But don't go anywhere. We'll come back for the fourth quarter play right here on BACB Sports.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
All right, welcome back for the fourth quarter of play. The lights are back on here at Seaholm, and Groves will be faced with a 3rd down and 6. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's got hole up the middle. Did he fall forward enough? Yes, he did. The sticks will move. And that is a very important 1st down to keep the offense on the field for Groves and keep the clock churning. Here on a nice design quarterback run by Lavelle Shannon. He's been very impressive all game long, both with his arm and his feet. Just kind of makes something out of nothing a lot of times, finding little holes, and he's kind of slippery when he's running as well. 1st and 10 from the 41. Groves going right to left across your screen with their white jerseys with the green numerals, green helmets. And this is going to be a handoff to the outside. A little stutter step and a cut, making a man miss and then getting tripped up there after a short gain on 1st down. And they're going to say he got 3 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
And you know, Nick, even though we've got a very close game here, I noticed many students leaving this game.
It is cold out
and
there.
it took me back to my high school days when
no.
everyone would go to the game maybe for the first half, but then take off once you found out where the party was, right?
No, where the study group was.
Where the study group was.
Yes.
That's right. You go to the library.
Yep.
My bad. That's correct.
Second down and 7.
Yeah, the leather helmet era, no face mask.
Yeah, you really went back.
Look
Here's
out.
a huge run for Whitley there on second down, and he's going to take this one well into Seaholm territory. They're going to mark him down at the 40. Speaking of Andy's era of football, leather helmets. I've seen pictures of that. I don't think they were real pictures. It was so long ago that it was like
they were like artist renderings.
Correct, like George Washington.
Yes.
Does anyone know if he really had wooden teeth?
They were charcoal drawings. And
is that what your
on
senior
cave
picture?
walls,
is that
they
what
were
your
back.
senior picture looks like?
Same, basically, yeah.
1st and 10 now for Groves. Ball on the 40. Handoff. Whitley. He's going to try it again. He's going to try to rumble forward. He does fall forward for a couple. It looks like it'll be a gain of 3 on first down, so another 2nd and 7 upcoming for Groves. Clock ticking now, under 10 minutes to go. We'll see how good my guesstimation of if you could get this inside of 8 minutes on this drive with points. I mean, call me, what is that guy that predicts the future? Nostradamus?
Nostradamus.
I mean,
yeah.
Nickstradamus. Why not?
Did
we just trademark something?
I think you just came up with something there.
Might be $1 billion idea. 2nd down and 7, man in motion. And this is going to be in reverse, sniffed out by the Maples, and a good stop there. Had some promise if he was able to scoot around that defender, but instead it's a loss of 5. Bring up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Seaholm's defense doing the job here. This end around goes nowhere.
It was a slow developing play, and the blocks just didn't hold. But right there, if he was able to get around Fedor there, I think he had some room to run. I don't know if he gets a first down, but he definitely gets positive yards. But instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd and long here, under 9 minutes to go now for this Groves offense here. See if they can convert a very important 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, and if you're Seaholm, you've got to get a stop here. You need the ball back.
Mandatory.
They could force a punt and, see if they can somehow tie this game up.
Ball's going to go in the air. It's a pass. There are some blockers ahead, but he's only going to get about 5 more yards. And that'll bring up 4th down and 7. So a very important play call here. Do you keep the offense on the field, or do you try to punt it and hem them back deep? I think the offense is going tempo here. They're going to stay on the field. 4th down and 7. Shannon out of the gun. 4 receivers. 1 running back to his right. It's Whitley. He's going to slow it down, get the play from the sideline. Whitley shifting. High snap. And it's going to be a quarterback pooch punt.
Quick kick, yeah.
And they're saying everyone clear out of the way. And this takes a really good Groves bounce, and it'll be down at about the 18.5 yard line. I could tell there when Shannon dropped back an extra 2 yards that this might be a little pooch punt. And, that's a smart play, because if you're in a full punt line, you get a lot of low trajectory punts. They don't always get the best bounce, and it might be a touchback. And in that case, it's only, a 15-yard net.
Right, because where that ball came down, that's about all it would have been. He got a very fortuitous bounce. It went their way.
Down to the 14-yard line, it looks like.
That's too bad. You don't see that very often, really.
Andy, look at the clock, 8:03.
8:03, just like the Nickstradamus said.
Would you look at that? Let's see what happens here. It's going to be a quarterback keeper from Hughes, and I think this is going to be blown up with a false start penalty against Seaholm, so back him up a little bit more as this play stops before it ever got started.
Either that or was it an offside? I think they might have come across the line early. They've done that a couple times in this game where they try and shoot the line of scrimmage and time the snap, and it has been successful previously, but
looks like the Maple players aren't happy, so they're pleading their case.
Let's see.
False start it is.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it looked like there was movement, but on both sides of the line, so
yeah,
it was
there
tough to see.
That's right. It was a lot going on there before that ball was snapped, and Coach DeWald is definitely out there pleading his case.
Yeah, he's almost at the hash marks. He needs answers, and he needs them now.
He needs them now. He's demanding answers, and he's starting an inquisition. He's got to get off the field before they snap the ball, though. That's one thing.
These are penalties you can't have if you're Seaholm, and the clock's working against you. You still need 8 points. And now you've just lengthened the field now as you're inside your own 10-yard line. Ball at the 9. Hughes going to look. He's looking to pass again. He's going to sling this one up. It's tipped and almost intercepted. They were looking to the hot hand for Berg again, and it was just a high throw. Didn't really have a chance, and they're fortunate that that ball just was tipped to the turf.
Very fortunate. Yeah, that looked like it was a dangerous play waiting to happen. If they turn the ball over down here, they're in deep trouble, so they've got to watch it here. Look at
high throw.
2 Groves Falcons got their hands on it and no Maples, so that's not how you draw it up.
So this will bring up 2nd down and 15 from inside their own 10-yard line. Crunch time for the Maples. 7:57 to go. 14-6. Groves in front. 4th quarter of play. This is going to be a quarterback keeper. It's Hughes staying low to the ground, trying to weasel his way forward, and he almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but he's just going to be short of that. It'll be 3rd down and 11. So very big 3rd down play. I don't quite think it's 4-down territory just yet.
No.
I think you got to punt if you don't get it here with all 3 timeouts.
And they have not shown a ton of plays in their bag of tricks for 11 yards, but well, there have been a couple. It's just not this deep. You've got to be careful here.
I think maybe you run this ball here and try to get closer to the sticks here. If you make it within 3 yards, maybe you think about going for it. There's a lot of movement again. They're going to pass, though. It's tipped right at the line of scrimmage, so that play didn't have a chance. One of the big D linemen got his paws on it there to tip that ball to the ground. They had a quick slant in the works that might have worked.
72 got his hand on that. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, figure that one out
I'd
for
love
us.
to.
I'll work on it.
Help us out here, Nick.
I got you. Yeah. That's the guy who got hurt earlier in the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, he left this game. He was injured.
Andriano there. So he's a guy Coach Flaherty talked about earlier in this game, said he is a big part of us both ways here. So he makes his presence known as we're going to see them punting from their own end zone. That one was almost blocked, but instead it's a booming punt. Takes a nice Maple bounce, and it's going to go inside the 45-yard line to the 43, and that is where Groves will start their next drive here. So that drive only took 1 minute 3 seconds off the clock. So if you're the Maples, at least you went out quick, but not the drive you were looking to have.
Yeah, no, that was not how they wanted to play that possession. Unfortunately, they will be. You can watch Groves now try and bleed some more time off this clock. Seaholm with all 3 timeouts left at least, and they need to stop and they need it fast. The turnover would be best because you watch 7 minutes go down pretty quickly here.
Man in motion here for Groves. They scrimmage from the 44. Handoff, Whitley looking for room. Very patient runner as he looks for the line to break open some holes. Not much doing there. He gets about 2 yards on 1st down, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And the most important thing right now is the clock. So that is ticking down close to 6.5 minutes, and they're taking their time as they should here.
Yeah, you can watch them snap this ball with about 1 or 2 seconds left, I would assume, on the play clock with each and every possession.
Nope, not there.
They didn't. Wow.
No, they're going to give it to Whitley. He's got a lot of room to run up the left side, and there's a flag. This might be coming back as a hold here. But a good run. It would have been enough to move the sticks to the 45-yard line of Seaholm. But I think this is going to be a holding call coming against Groves. They're already moving back.
Yeah, they're coming back. Yep. So, well, good on Seaholm. Groves, on the other hand, kind of shoots himself in the foot here a little bit.
So this will be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Right now the spot of the foul is the 46-yard line, so expect this to be at the 36. Yep, and that is exactly what it is, a hold on Groves during that run. It looked like the end was just kind of cut off, and that's probably why.
Yeah, no wonder he made so
much room to operate there.
It's funny how that happens sometimes.
That's usually there's a guilty party somewhere. So, yep, the 36-yard line will be where this will be 2nd down and about 18.
Yeah, Seaholm's loving life. It's as good as a big sack for them, minus the down, but this is playing into their hand as far as getting some field position back if they can get a stop.
Yeah, so we'll see what Groves does here on a 2nd and long. Taking their time. Shotgun set, man in motion. Shannon takes the snap, misdirection, quarterback keeper. He's running, looking for room to the right now, reversing his field back to the left, and he's swallowed up by a bunch of Maples. Yeah, lost in the leaves there, you could say.
Yeah, well, it is that time of year, isn't it?
It is. They're changing colors. Go up
changing
north.
colors.
It looks
They're coming
real nice.
down.
Yeah, they are coming down. Finally getting our first dose of some cold fall weather this week. And as Coach DeWald called it before the game, he said this is perfect football weather. It couldn't
really
be
is.
a more perfect night.
Yeah.
As my teeth were chattering, and I just laughed and said, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Let's ask the holder on that one extra point.
He didn't feel his hands.
He didn't feel
That's
like it's
why that
perfect
one,
football
no,
weather.
not even a little bit. But I know a lot of times when it's too hot, guys don't like that. But
That's fair.
I'd say in the 60s, is perfect, but not
not
43
the
degrees,
40s,
which is
yeah.
it right now.
Low 40s.
Shannon looks. He's going to keep it himself. Slip, stumbles. He's hit, and it's not going to go anywhere. Good stop by the Maples defense, and Coach DeWald going to take a timeout here before this big 4th down and long. They got a yard officially on it, so it'll bring up, looks like 4th and 16. And it looks like the Maples are going to get this ball back.
Yeah, no, this is it's go time for them. That slip right there really kind of derailed his forward progress. He tried to cut right, or left rather, and just lost his footing. It can be slippery, these fields, especially when it's chilly like this. Those ground up little rubber pellets they use on this artificial turf can be slippery if you don't have the right cleats, and even if you do, sometimes you're going to lose your footing, and the weather doesn't help either. So, yeah, big 4th down play. Seaholm's going to get the ball back, and if they, really they've got to do something on this drive.
Yeah, this is crunch time now. They have 2 timeouts. Clock's under 5 minutes. We'll see where this punt will end up. See kind of they can get a return. They get a good bounce. You just got to make sure you just wrap this ball up no matter what. You can't muff a kick. You can't let it hit somebody, just randomly. You just got to be smart with the football and no self-inflicted wounds and try to drive down this field because you need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here just to tie.
Yep.
And they're going to bring the house here, and it's going to get away a short kick. Fair. That's the penalty that you're going to want if you're Seaholm.
That's a 15-yarder. That is
calling the fair catch, and he never even had a chance to do it. He was laid out. Their flag's still flying. Every official
There's
was
not enough
fired.
flags.
Yeah, we'll see it again here. Fair catch signaled, and boom, he's just destroyed.
They're running the other way. What in the world?
Oh, yeah. The ball was never down, never touched, but I think you can advance. They're calling touchdown on the field.
Oh, my.
I don't think you can advance the ball on a fair catch.
It was basically.
He called the
fair
fair
it was
catch.
fumbled, but
he called the fair catch is the thing. So they're saying, it's a heads-up play because. And so we'll see here what happens. The
that was
officials have
crazy.
a lot
That was like the band is on the field kind of a thing.
It was. We were showing a replay.
There were
Both
coaches out there.
Coaches on the field.
20
The officials
players.
weren't looking, and he's running. So the official on the near sideline said, "I'm going to run with him. Let's see what the official call is here."
This ought to be real interesting. One of the moments.
Yeah. So it's no touchdown on the board. He didn't even acknowledge it with that. And he's just going to say from the end of the kick, it's 15-yard. Coach DeWald is just absolutely irate.
Yeah, he gets that way, but he's passionate. You got to appreciate that about him.
But you can't advance a ball on a fair catch. That is the thing.
Yeah, he called fair catch.
It was a clear fair catch. It wasn't like a little fake arm. He was waving. So it's a dead ball right then when the ball is down. So it is the right call by the officials. I understand you want your team to get the points. It was a very heads-up play.
Sure, run it
very
in.
Heads-up
Why
play.
not,
If
right?
no one went for the ball, you pick it up, you run.
Yep.
Make the officials make the call.
And they did. That's how it works. Yep. So, but we had a little bit of excitement there.
Look at that. I'm watching the replay. I'm thinking,
Well,
that was a big hit. And you're like, they're still running. And I didn't know if there was a fight happening or if they were leaving the field. No, the guy had the ball.
It was a little the Gator cart was driving around out there. I mean, it was
Marshawn Lynch was driving around on the cart.
What's going on? Yeah.
Smoke was billowing out.
Right, yeah. I think I saw fire in the sky. I mean, there was something
That's the
going
sun.
on. Is that what it was
Yeah, well,
at this hour?
It's down.
Oof,
Maybe
okay.
overseas. But
Maybe.
nonetheless, it'll be first down and 10 from the 49. So
Yeah, Seaholm's in business now, though.
Yep, so the Maples now. Hughes going to get it. He's flung down again. No call that time, and that play is bottled up. And do we have a late hit out of bounds? Or
Well, I think Coach
he's in
DeWald,
there.
he's saying
Coach DeWald is in the pile with
he's,
the players.
He's playing the game now. He's
Yeah,
on there. He's suiting up. He was playing with face mask, I think.
Hughes was also hit after he made his pitch and kind of wrestled to the ground, which we've seen called a couple of times here so far this evening, but not that time. As we'll see all this unfold again here. He's kind of flung down, and it was definitely a high hands on the face of the ball carrier, so they do have a little bit of a gripe. But nonetheless, no gain on first down, second down and 10. Clock inside of 4 minutes now. Maples got to think about taking a shot perhaps. And here we go, right on cue. Hughes going to throw it. He's got a man. That's who else? Forberg out there. Number 7 has been a force for this team, and he's going to gain about 13 yards, 12-13. On second down, move the sticks in a fresh set for the Maples here.
Yeah, they're marching,
3:48.
and this Groves defense sort of, jumping around, looking at each other, but desperately holding on to this 14-6 lead. Seaholm, on the other hand, gets the big yardage they need with a chunk play there, and they got fresh first down.
You just got to feed William Forberg. He's been hot for this team. Hughes looking for anything, and he's just going to run right into the gaggle of defenders for no gain. Second and 10. Coming up here, they officially give him a yard. So second and 9. Clock almost to 3 minutes now. They are running it down. I would say, are they trying to walk it off? But it would have to be a walk-off tie at this point. I mean, you can't win it. There's no, the 8 is the max you can get. So
that's
let's
it.
see what happens here. Second down and 9. Hughes looking to throw again. He's throwing over the middle into coverage, and that ball is incomplete. And we might have a roughing the passer penalty here. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think they
what
hit
we
him
got.
late. It looks like it.
There was definitely pressure. And a flag down next to Hughes as he was getting up. The Seaholm players are pointing that it's against the defense. And that play was thrown into a lot of bodies and fell incomplete. We'll get the official word. Yeah, personal foul. That's a roughing the passer penalty, so 15 yards. Groves just a little bit undisciplined here down the stretch, letting Seaholm stick around, and they're moving the ball now inside the 25. They'll scrimmage from the 22-yard line here. First and 10, 2:43 to go. Final quarter of play. Groves on top, 14-6. That botched extra point snap now looking to loom large if you are Seaholm, and the early botched snap on their field goal try. That would have been a chip shot as well. So this could have been a whole different style here and a whole different outcome had those two things not gone awry. And we're going to get a timeout. I believe this will be a Seaholm timeout.
Yep. Well, it's getting a little dicey down there, Nick.
It is. I mean, we're seeing it all. We've seen some crazy kick-catch interferences, some touchdowns that were not, some botched snaps, some fourth down stops, some turnovers, a couple long touchdowns. I mean, with this game, it's only 14-6, but I feel like we've seen a lot here tonight.
No, we have. It's been back and forth. There's been plenty of penalties, a lot of play stoppages, almost all the timeouts called.
Oh yeah, we're at 10 out of 12.
Yeah, so
I can't.
What would it be? 3,
10 out of
6,
12.
9, 12, 10 out of 12. There you go.
Math is mathing. Got the Utica Schools education. Right,
I was going to say, if you went to one of these schools, you wouldn't.
I would have known it.
You wouldn't have hesitated on that.
I would have known it already, but unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. There's always continuing adult ed.
I should
you
enroll.
Go back to something
I
there.
should enroll here.
So, but
Van Wilder.
But we have right back to school.
Yeah, right. First and 10 here for the Maples here. 2:43 to go. Fresh out of a timeout. There was movement all over that line. Nothing called. He's got a man open in the end zone. It's a touchdown pass for the Maples. They've been airing it out all over the place in the second half. And Hughes will find Swanson for the touchdown, a 22-yard pass and catch. And they're a 2-point attempt away from tying this football game.
Yeah, and for a team that runs a very basic run-style offense, it's been fireworks galore here on this drive with some nice passes, that one being the nicest of them all. And like you said, we are looking at a 2-pointer away from tying this one up.
And
And
dropped a dime in there. And they're going to line up on the left hash here and see what they can do here on a 2-point attempt. This would be wild if they can punch this in. Oh, what do we got? Flags everywhere.
More flags.
This wouldn't be good if it's against Seaholm. That
And
makes
I think
it
it
real
is.
tough. Yep, late substitution. Coach DeWald, he's about to be in the end zone
He's
talking.
not happy.
Illegal substitution is the call. That's going to back him up and make this a 7-yard chance or an 8-yard try. And, I mean, you have to go for it. I mean, there's...
Oh, no, they have no choice.
You have
This
no
is it.
choice.
Here's
so
your game. I mean, really, with 2:38 to play, they're not going to get the ball back again, theoretically. But look at this touchdown pass. Beautiful, over the shoulder. He had a nice look and gets his feet down, back at the end zone. Touchdown, Seaholm.
Look at Swanson
pass.
calling for it. He said, I'm up the seam and I'm open.
He
and
was.
he just leads him perfectly over the shoulder. Good concentration
Yep.
there.
He gets behind that defense and
Conrad Swanson, a great catch. And, you know, if Seaholm's able to do something here, you got to look at Patrick Hughes for player of the game, a guy who's not usually known for his arm, has 2 touchdown passes, 75 yards and 22 yards. So
yeah, that kind of obliterates their per-game average.
Right. Now they're going to say, you guys are – he's looking to throw again here on this 2-point attempt. He's got room and time. He's going to throw to the corner, and that ball's intercepted. Flags
flag.
everywhere. There was a flag early in the end zone, and there's a flag as well back next to Hughes. I think there were multiple flags on the play. This could be a roughing the passer, though, because Hughes was on the ground, and there was a flag laying right next to him. And I believe there's another flag elsewhere. Thought I saw some laundry flying around.
There's 5 flags. How can that be? There's only 4 officials. What's going on up there?
Oh, I threw one, too.
You did, too?
Yeah, I got a good arm.
Well, you know what? You should. You know what's going on.
Yeah. Open the window.
They're lining up like they're going to get another crack at this.
Yep, it is a roughing the passer penalty, and it's going to be half the distance, so they're going to try this again. This will be the third.
We could be here all night just doing this.
No place I'd rather be on a Friday night.
You got nowhere to be, right?
No.
I didn't
This
think
is
so.
where I got to be.
That's it.
Right here.
Okay, good. That sounds good.
Let's see it again here.
Let's see what happens.
He's scrambling.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, he got level.
Oh, and he hit him high,
yeah,
too.
that was
I
a
mean,
high,
that's-
hard hit. Blind side almost.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
It is.
So they will try this again. So there was an interception there, comes off the board. And now it'll be a 2-point try from the 4. They're going to give it to Getz. Getz up the middle. Did he get in? No signal. Yes, it is. 2-point attempt good. For the Maples, it's Casey Getz. And this game is tied at 14 with 2:38 to go. 3 cracks at a 2-point attempt. And they said, we're not striking out on 3. We fouled a couple off, and this time we're pounding it in.
Yeah, if you're Groves, you can't give him that many tries. Sure enough, he just bowls over. He had a head of steam behind him, and he made good on it for that 2-pointer. And who would have thunk it?
Wow.
We're tied up.
They really said, I heard you say when we went down 14-0, this game's over.
Yeah, right. No, well, we sort of surmised that it was going to be a hard
It
road.
would be a hard uphill battle, but they were up for the challenge. Not out of the woods just yet. They got to kick it over.
Yeah, no,
to
there's
Groves,
still
but
2:38
they
to
have
play.
all the momentum right now.
They
And the
sure
home
do.
field who stuck around, the home faithful. I mean, a lot of people have cleared out after that last time they had to punt. I saw a lot of people heading for the exits, but those who have stayed have seen an epic comeback. We'll take a look at the touchdown pass again here from Hughes to Swanson. Throw it on a dime, why don't you?
He did, and it was just on the money. Let's hear it again. Right more time. Look at that. Beautifully done. And, well, One thing that won't happen a lot is timeouts being called. There's only one per side
each,
left,
yeah,
and 2:38 to play. So
we're gonna see something down the stretch here.
Groves has time. They're getting the ball, and they've got time to do something. So we shall see, but we are not left short of thrilling moments in this one.
Do you kick it deep? Do you squib it? What do you do?
Well, they tried that little mini onside thing earlier, but it didn't really work. They go deep with the kick this time.
Fielded at the 5. Groves spinning around, and that again is Jordan Thomas on the return. Gets it out to the 26-yard line, and that is where Groves will take over now. Deadlocked at 14. What else would you expect from our two rival schools going at it on the final week of the season, as they do each and every year? A lot of times they will meet up in the playoffs as well. We're not sure what's going to happen just yet.
Well, it'd be great to see these two play again.
Oh, man, this game is giving us a little bit of everything, and we're not done yet.
I'm happy for the kids because, just seeing them get all pumped up before the game, and, this is rivalry day, and, they're playing tooth and nail.
Shannon out of the gun, design quarterback keeper. He's running, and he is going not very far. Gains about 3 on first down, so 2nd and 7, clock still ticking. So what do you do here if you're Groves? Do you throw it around? Do you try to keep running, taking some time off? I think you got to go over the top here. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a throw. Shannon looking, throwing, got his man. Good sliding catch. That's Hammonds.
Still, I'd say he's short of the first. They might give it to him.
Bring it on up. We're going to move those chains.
He was right on the line then.
Yeah, that's a good sliding catch, going down, making sure you secure the ball, moving the sticks. 154.
Well, they didn't stop the clock. They're still setting the chains, and the clock's still running, so I don't know. They might have missed on
Lavelle
that.
Shannon rumbling forward, gets about 5 yards on first down. 5 yards at a time is good, but when the clock isn't necessarily your friend, I don't know how good that is. They'll take it, though. It's 2nd and 5. They're working quick here. Hurry up offense. 3 receivers. Shannon out of the gun. The snap gets over his head, and he's got no choice but to fall on it, because if you just try to pick it up and miss it, there are maples everywhere, so that hurts.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to turn the ball over here.
No, so it's going to be 3rd down and real long. If you're Coach DeWald, you maybe get a stop here, and then you call a timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. But the clock's still running.
Yep.
It's almost a minute left now.
3 receivers here for Groves, 1 running back. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Shannon looking. He's running up the middle. He's got room. He's rumbling up close to the 45, still going forward, and he is close to the first down. They might give it to him. I think he's a half yard short.
He is short, yep.
We'll see here, but this is at least enough to get you to go for it.
What a run.
And they'll stop the clock here for a measurement, I believe. No, first down is the call. Wow, what a spot. What a spot. Coach DeWald is just irate.
Yeah, that was genuine, generous, very generous. Let's see where he goes down. I mean, he
just kept rumbling forward. It's real close. I think the spot is right. I just don't know if the spot in regards to where the first down marker was correct, to just give him the first without even measuring.
Exactly.
They said, we're just giving it to him. And they're going to spike it. So they'll spike this ball here with 42 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So that was a huge play on 3rd down and what was it, 11?
About
13?
15.
Yeah,
15,
and they just run it with a quarterback up the middle, and he just had guys on his back, and he's just rumbling forward. That was a good piece of running downhill.
It sure was, yep.
Tie game, 14-14, 42 seconds to go. Final quarter of play. Groves trying to be heroic and come back and win this game after blowing a 14-0 lead. Shannon on the run, throwing, got a man. He's out there, it's caught down the sideline, and he's all down inside the 5-yard line. Oh, what a throw and catch. Jeremiah Whitley from Lavelle Shannon, and that just really put a damper on the Seaholm parade. What a throw and catch. He had him out there, and he didn't miss him.
No, he almost underthrew it, but luckily he was able to catch him in stride for Groves, and watch it here. Nicely done. He had to kind of wait for it, turned around, and couldn't run away from Swanson.
Do you just
but Groves is in business. Well,
do you
now,
snap this, run to the right, take a knee, and
take
let your kicker center this?
You got to kick that thing. I think.
Do you think he takes a couple steps to his right and centers it?
Yes, I do.
No, they're going to throw. They're going for the win, and they got him. No, did that hit the ground? No, they didn't. Touchdown.
Wow.
Lavelle Shannon throws a touchdown. That's his second touchdown pass of the afternoon. Oh,
7 seconds left.
Goes to Lackey.
Oh, my. They are going crazy on the Grove sideline.
Wow, this game has had it all. When you think they're just playing for the tie at 3rd and 15, they get 2 huge plays, and instead of playing to kick to win it, they said, watch this. We're going to throw a touchdown pass. And here comes the PAT with 7 seconds to go. We're going to need a miracle from Seaholm, or else this game's done.
Yeah, that's pretty dramatic, pretty amazing. No question about it.
And you got to think now, Lavelle Shannon has to be your BACB Sports Player of the Game. I mean, 2 touchdown passes, that huge one that
we got a flag
down the sideline here. We got a flag on the PAT, but that huge throw to Whitley. Whitley had a strong game too. Didn't find pay dirt, but he did a lot for this team. But Shannon just was so calm. He was so good on the run. So a penalty will go against Groves. And I think it's just going to be on the ensuing kickoff. So the PAT is good, 21-14. And now they will kick this, I'd imagine, deep.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to give them much of a chance to run anything back.
So maybe they squib it into the middle somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, so maybe a middle squib, make one of the linebackers or somebody pick it up, and then they probably just fall on it and try to run a pass play here on the last play.
Yeah, or you know, either a Hail Mary or some kind of a hook and ladder with oh, look at that touchdown pass. Unbelievable. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it.
No.
You mentioned it, Nick. I thought you had the right idea. Just, run it to the middle of the field.
Take a knee.
Put your field goal kicker out there and win the game by 3. But, nope, they threw a touchdown pass.
They said, we're confident in this play.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of bad snaps. We've seen some missed kicks. We're just gonna put it in the hands of our best player. And someone who's gotten us this far in Lavelle Shannon, and he did not disappoint there, dropping a dime in there for the touchdown pass. 21-14, 7 seconds to go. Groves to kick off. They'll kick off from the 45 after the penalty. I think it should be on the 35 because the penalty was on Groves, but
go down there and stop them.
Yep, so there's the squib kick that we talked about. And it's going to go out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty. So that is the worst-case scenario for Groves. It was a well-executed squib kick, but it just took some strange hops, so no time will come off the clock on that because the ball was never touched.
Yep.
So this will be, I believe, at the 40-yard line. 35. So
they keep playing with that. It seems like it's the
40,
20, it's the 25,
30,
it's the 35, it's the 40. It's like,
well, you're at high school. It's the 35-yard line. So one timeout for each team. So do you just throw a quick 10, 15-yard pass, call a timeout, and try to get the rest via Hail Mary?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. I know that. Meanwhile, the Groves students are
They're ready.
Out.
They're
ready
ready
to storm the field.
They're ready to storm the field.
Tear down the goalpost. Walk around downtown Birmingham with them.
They're going to put it in the pond.
Right,
they're
just like in
ready
Tennessee.
to storm.
Wow. This game, we'll remember this one.
This one will be on BACB Classics.
Yeah, instant classic tomorrow morning. Actually, they're running somewhere to get warm is what's happening.
They're just running to get
this
the
game
calisthenics
is
and get
over.
the heart rate up.
Can we please get to our cars?
Maples have heard that before. This game is over, and they have answered the bell.
That's true. There's still 7 seconds left.
So I think you have enough time to run 2 plays with a timeout.
Music City Miracle.
Yeah, the Birmingham City Miracle.
The Birmingham City Miracle.
So here we go. Ball on the 30. See, they played with it a little bit more. Hughes looking, throwing. He's got a man wide open, and it's going to be a hook and ladder. Now they're going to start throwing it around, back and forth, and
this always
that
goes
ball's
backwards,
out,
it seems like.
And this game is over.
There it is.
And there's your final score. The Groves Falcons defeat the Seaholm Maples on senior night in epic comeback, but not really comeback, but had to come back fashion, 21-14. And that is an impressive win just when you think they have no momentum left. They do, led by their senior quarterback. And if I'm voting for a BACB Sport Player of the Game, I'm voting for Lavelle Shannon. I don't know about you, Andy. Does
yeah, Lavelle, man, he's got to do it. That's the star of the game for them. And amazingly, they came back and they won this thing.
Well, you know what that means. You're going to go interview him.
I'm going to go talk to him.
And we will have that interview and more of our post-game coverage rolling on after this. Final score, 21-14 Groves over Seaholm.
At Bloomfield Community Television, we believe that every community has a unique story to tell. A story of its people, its vision, and its future. Our mission? To help you tell it.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Birmingham Seaholm High School. I'm Brad.
Difference. A zoom lens allows you to take and change.
Now, here's Franklin.
Welcome back. Our post-game coverage rolling on here. Final score, Groves defeating Seaholm at Seaholm here in this last game of the regular season by a score of 21-14. And this is a game that had a little bit of everything. A little slow start, a little couple turnovers, some fourth down stops, some botched snaps. But in the second half, we got a little bit of everything, a lot of points, and a huge Maple comeback. But it was snuffed out and answered by the Groves Falcons. And they were able to capitalize and win this one with 7 seconds to go on a very impressive touchdown pass from quarterback Lavelle Shannon. He played strong all game long for Groves, and he is standing alongside our Andy Aubrey as tonight's BACB Sports Player of the Game.
All right, Nick, we're here with our BACB Sports Player of the Game, Lavelle Shannon, number 11, Birmingham Groves. You guys won 21-14. Unbelievable ending. How would you feel if you gave Coach Flaherty a heart attack, though? I mean, man, he was over there talking about it in your post game. Describe your feeling right now.
Honestly, just blessed, man. Like, I had the opportunity to go make a play and win the game for my team, and that's what I did. And I'm just so blessed and honored to be able to be on this field with my guys every single Friday night. And it's just a blessing, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it sure is. Talk about that last touchdown for a second. We thought for sure you guys were going to take a knee, but obviously you guys had other plans. What about that touchdown play?
Just my coaches trusting in me. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, just knowing I can go win us the game and make a play and not just playing it safe, you know what I mean? So, honestly, I feel like I just got to give credit to my coaches, Coach Flair, Coach Turner, Coach Sutton. I just thank them so much.
Right. All right, so big win. You beat the rival on their field. You're going into the playoffs now. What kind of a emotional boost will this give your team?
A phenomenal emotional boost. I feel like, this just gained our confidence. We knew where we already are, but, I feel like this just is going to get us over the hump, and it's going to show everybody else that Groves is not nobody to be messed with. We can compete with the best of them.
Say, well, you did a great job tonight, so congratulations on an outstanding effort by you and your teammates, and we will be following your progress. You might see these guys again. Did you think about that?
Yeah, I think about it all the time. Hey, we're ready.
All right, well, you certainly acquitted yourself nicely in this game, so congratulations again. Best of luck moving forward, and we'll wrap it up from down here, but send it back up to Nick to take us out of here.
All right, thank you, Andy and Lavelle. What an epic performance from him, putting the team on his back, and like he mentioned, just the coaches having trust in him to make that touchdown pass and really put an exclamation mark on this game, and that's exactly what happened. Really well-spoken interview, and he's just looking forward to the future. A huge emotional boost indeed for these Groves Falcons with the potential to possibly face Seaholm again in the state playoffs. So we will wish Groves and Seaholm both good luck moving forward here in postseason play. That'll wrap up our coverage here from Seaholm. Final score, Groves 21, Seaholm 14. For all of the great BACB Sports casting crew, our directors, Steve Rhoda and Aaron Seibert. My partner, Andy Aubrey, I'm Nick Buckler saying goodbye one last time from Seaholm High School. 21-14 Groves, your victors. We'll see you next time right here on BACB Sports.